Hello everyone and welcome to the Student Champs Open Division 1 League of Legends Grand Finals. Yes, I'm Louis Skilton, your play-by-play caster today.
Yeah, my name's Phil O'Mary and we're in for some amazing League of Legends as per usual. Student Champs, Division 1, the best teams in the Open Division, and I can't wait to see what they cook up for us.
Exactly, there is going to be a lot brewing in the kitchen here today because we have potentially 3 exciting games between these two legendary teams that have made it to the top 2 here today. And let's talk about these teams because there is a lot to talk about them. So,
yeah, and I think you might be a bit biased as well. So we have X Academy against CRD Prime. So it's Exeter against Croydon and the battle for the ages, hopefully. As you see them pop up on the screen now. Of course, you're an Exeter boy yourself, so a bit of bias possibly?
Maybe a little bit. I mean, I've been, you know, I started Student Champs at Exeter College, right? At the X Academy. I can't not have a bit of bias here. I can't not root for home soil. So, personally, let's start with the predictions. What are you predicting, Finlay?
All right, so looking at the run that Croydon have had in these elimination brackets, going completely undefeated, sweeping every single game. My money's on Croydon today, and
really?
CRD Prime. I think they're gonna pull out an amazing performance. Like with players like Sock in support, Sock and Yumi Enjoyer, like people like that, you can't lose.
Well, I mean, that's all good and all, Finlow, but let's talk now about X Academy. And, you know, there's just so much talent brewing in Exeter College right now that, you know, it puts like the previous years to shame. For example, we've got Reeler. This guy is the team captain, and apparently, due to secret sources, the long-lost relative of Faker, currently playing at MSI right now.
Yeah, I mean, if you did watch MSI this morning, that was some decent League of Legends. But welcome to Student Champs, the best League of Legends in Europe.
Exactly.
So yeah, Reeler, the new Faker, some might even say. The Faker from Exeter.
Exactly. And he's not faking it here today. So on top of that, we've got Halo Blade, a good-hearted legend, with Oat Milk Guardian, the alpha of the team, apparently. And, you know, some fun little facts about the Exeter team. You know, Oat Milk Guardian is also considered as the weekend because he's a little bit late on rotations, sometimes 2 days late on rotations. So that's going to be very interesting to see whether that could be the collapse of Exeter Academy.
Yeah, we'll see how it goes. I mean, I think Exeter, amazing team, Croydon, amazing team, and predictions, I think Croydon will take it, however, not easily. There'll be a 3-game streak. I'm hoping for 3 games of exciting League of Legends, a best of 3. I don't know if you think it'll be 2-0 sweep for Exeter, but I think it's unlikely seeing how we have 2 very close teams today.
Respectfully, yes, but I'm going to stick with my roots. It's going to be a 2-0 sweep, no doubt about it. I mean, look at this roster here. I think it's one of the most stacked rosters we've seen at X Academy in years. So, with that being said, 2-0 from me, as much as I want to see 3 games.
Yeah, I mean, we'll see. We're hopefully getting into the game very soon. Exeter Academy have chosen blue side for game 1. What are you expecting them to do with this blue side, with this first pick?
Well, let's break down League of Legends for the audience at home. On blue side, you have a lot of potential because you are the people that are picking the champions first. You have what is called B1. And on B1, it's anyone's game. So I think they're going to be looking for something OP, something that a power pick, something with a lot of potential, something that the team is going to play around, or just really safe and flexible. So on the side of Exeter, I think we might be seeing some carry champs.
Yeah, so we know that Oatmeal Guardian, for example, he's been playing a lot of Maokai recently in the last couple of days. So Maokai top, that is, as well as his infamous Fiddlesticks.
Yeah.
Who knows? Who knows? Maybe a ban out from CRD Prime. But yeah, blue side, I do not necessarily expect a Maokai first pick. Obviously, there's one match that we really should highlight in this game. We have Reeler from Exeter against, and now this is a name I'm not entirely sure how we should pronounce. So if we can get it up on the screen for our production, please. Reeler against CRD. Do you want to give it a go? Is that one?
No, it's all yours. Take the stage away, Finlay.
CRD. I'm not. I think we're just gonna call him the CRD mid laner. So from Exeter. Reeler, obviously, his most played this split has been Yone with a 67 win rate over 12 games, which is very impressive.
Crazy.
Playing picks like Silas, Talon, Galio maybe, which always allows for... there's the name, by the way, guys. If people want to help us pronounce it, put it in Twitch chat and we'll catch up on the pronunciation. Yeah, so Reeler against...
Kamelski. I think it's Kamelski.
Ski?
We'll call him Ski.
Ski. Reeler against Ski. Exciting matchups. So Ski, big fan of his Yone as well. So 30 games with a 60% win rate, which means that might be a first pick world champ.
Could be a battle of the brothers in the mid lane.
Indeed. Yeah, so Ski, known more for his scaling champ. So the Hui, the Orianna, Talia possibly, which could be a good counter pick into Reeler. So that's an exciting matchup I'm looking forward to. You as a mid laner yourself obviously know the power of mid lane and how the team plays around it and how it allows junglers to invade, supports to roam around the map, all those kind of plays. So it's a very, very vital matchup and we'll see how it goes.
Absolutely. I mean, these two mid laners right here, they are stacked. They are arguably some of the best players on both teams. So there are two ways they could go about it. Either they could be playing champs like Castin, where you just sit there for the first 20 minutes of the game and the team plays around you. Or you could go for these champions like Talia, like Talon even, that are looking to unlock the map, make it everyone's space, you know, getting lots of shove, lots of clear. I think both teams have both options, which is really exciting to see. We could see all sorts happen in these, hopefully, 2 games.
No, it's going to be 3 games, and it'll be 3 games of exciting gameplay. And I mean, some have even said that today's mid lane matchup is like Faker versus Chovy of the UK.
Exactly.
Right? And we all know who came out on top in that LCK Grand Finals, and that was not Faker. So Reeler is not looking too good for you, so you have to step up a bit. I'm getting some questionable remarks from the rest of our production team, but Faker is washed. Faker is washed.
What?
Well, said it.
Faker's washed, so the new blood can come in.
Exactly, Reeler.
And that is Reeler. Like, you know, it's just, you've heard of Ruler. Reeler is here to rule Ruler.
That sounds great. I mean, maybe we'll finally get some actual talent out of the UK. We'll see how that goes. I mean, a recent peak was Cadril maybe, right? See what happened to him now. So,
Well, that being said, I think there's a lot of potential for both of these teams.
Definitely.
And let's talk about some the bot lane, for example, because the bot lane has some really spicy picks going on here. I mean, we're seeing the Draven from Hail of Blades.
I mean, it fits the name, right?
It fits it so well.
Draven, Vayne, and Twitch, the most played ADCs. So we'll see what he pulls out. I would like to see a Draven ban from CRD Prime. If you're watching, please ban it out. The champ's extremely annoying to play against. Yeah, Blink will most likely be playing support for Exeter as well, which is the highest ranked player in this game, actually, peaking at... I'm lying. So Sok, #Shine, the enemy opponent support, is actually a higher rank. So 2 Emerald 4s playing support against each other. We'll see how it goes. As we all know, support's the most OP role in the game. And bot lane does get decided by it, so we'll see.
I mean, you would know as a support main.
I'm extremely washed, but we'll move on from that topic. Yeah, so Offer from Exeter, massively sim player. So I'd love to see some insects coming out. That's always the most hype. As player-to-play caster, that's what you enjoy, right? Seeing the Chinese insects. Or maybe we'll start calling them offers now after these games.
Offers offering up the map, you know.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, so some spicy picks. The Draven, the Lee Sin, the Fiddlesticks top. We'll see where it goes. Exeter's got something cooking. Absolutely.
I think both teams have something cooking, especially when we look at Susamos, which is, I believe, to be the bot laner of Croydon Prime. And, you know, Susamos is a really flexible player. We're seeing Talia, Yi, Gragas in the past 4 games, right? So a very versatile player, which is really good to see that they understand the role.
A lot of Zeri.
But then we look at the Zeri, then we look at the Smolder and the Zaya. These are all really nice carry picks on the side of bot lane, and I think it would be, if, you know, simple deduction was made, bot lane is what they're playing for here.
Yeah, that's what I'm expecting. Both top laners seem to be quite happy to scale it out. I do expect some spicy picks from Rexfer, like the Kled, the Aatrox, a bit more volatile, but in the end, that top lane will be an island. Maybe the Draven might even be a contested pick. Maybe that's the B1 we will see. Maybe the Draven traded for Yone. We don't know. We'll learn. We'll learn just as you do. We're about to go into Champ Select. The players have loaded up, so I'm excited to see what happens with these pick bans, what Exeter will be first picking. Will we see the Draven ban? Will we see the Yone ban? What's going to happen? We'll find out at the same time. Yeah, Champ Select's loading up, and here we go. Let's have a look.
Absolutely. We are in the first match of the series. This is the grand finals, everyone. This is do or die, trophy or no trophy for both teams. And here we see the Ornn getting picked out straight away, as well as Skarner. Now, these two, I think, are very sensible bans from both teams, just because Ornn, so much utility, and Skarner is an absolute menace on the Rift right now.
Skarner's the most OP champion in the game, if we do say so. So yeah, that's already 3 top lane bans right here. Skarner, Darius, Ornn, the Orianna banned out, which is what I like to see. That allows Reeler to make this game a bit more volatile, hopefully. So yeah, like you mentioned, Exeter on the blue side, getting that first pick. And we'll see what they decide to pick up here. Oatmeal Guardian has 18 seconds left to lock in that first pick. The Draven, very spicy first pick. That'll be an exciting bot lane already.
Yeah, so what we could see into the side of Croydon Prime is these Zerries, these Xayahs. You know, they may be looking to scale against the Draven, or are they going to be matching it? Well, first, they're going to follow it with Sejuani.
Very spicy, very... contested pick in the jungle right now. If you do watch MSI, you'll see Sejuani in almost every game pick ban. Hopefully paired up with a very good top laner as well, which means this might be a hard game for the Draven to play. It is the Zeri. So Zeri currently not the most meta ADC in the game. She's fallen off a tiny bit after some nerfs, but I mean, it's a very big comfort for Susumus, so we'll see how it goes.
Yeah, and again, it's not always about the meta, it's about how well you can play it. And if anything, Susumus has shown with his ranked games is that he can definitely lock in this area and make a performance.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, so Zeri, Sejuani, the Kayn. Now that is something we've seen a lot in Student Champs. I'm pretty sure every one of our broadcasts has seen a Kayn in the games. And I mean, it is a good champ, right? So we'll see if he'll be going for the red or blue Kayn. Personally, I prefer the red Kayn. It's just a bit more beefiness, but and then Nasa's blind pick.
Wow.
Now, is that going support?
Now, this is spicy from X Academy, if I say so myself. Here we see Kayn. I really like it. It's got a lot of options. It's good to pick early into the draft. But it doesn't have much presence, and especially into a champ like Sejuani, who's, you know, looking for utility, looking to push the game for everyone else. This is a really selfish pick, in my opinion, from the side of Offer here.
Yeah. So what Kayn does thrive in is these scrappy games, right? Being able to get the orbs, being able to get off quick. Sejuani likes to skip some camps, do some early ganks, get some vision in the enemy jungle. Meanwhile, Zeri and Renata are more than happy to sit bot lane and scale. So I'd like to see the Sejuani paired up with a strong top laner for Rexfer. The Nasus, I think, can be seen as a counter into the Zeri, right? Your Wither stops her movement speed, which means she's not as annoying as she wants to be. So if that Nasus does end up going support, that's something I'm really excited for.
Absolutely. I didn't even think of it that way, especially, you know, with some nice, like, poke, arcane comet builds, all sorts. There's so many things you can cook with that matchup, especially with the Renata Glass. You know, her abilities are used to increase attack speed, of course, very beneficial for Zeri. That is a really good counter pick. Really good call there, Finlow.
Yeah. So if we look at Oatmeal Guardian's account, his solo queue account, he has not played Nasus for 2 months. And the last game was a 1-6 in ranked solo duo, which is not the best performance ever. I'd like to see this Nasus go support. First game of best of 3, try some new stuff out, see how the enemy reacts to it, and it might force out a bend the next game.
Absolutely. And here we see Halo Blades is going to be picking up next
Yone's
for the side. It is, actually. That being said, Yone is a bit of a scary pick here, considering there's the Renata Glass, her ult, and her you know, peel is really good with the Sejuani. And here we see the Malphite. I don't think it's a huge counter into Nasus. It's more of a utility pick they're looking on the side of Croydon Prime, but it's still going to be really good.
Yeah, so Malphite into Nasus is not something I'm the biggest fan of, because even though it has a good win rate, Malphite just kind of sits in lane, doesn't do much. I'd like to see something paired up with the Sejuani, like a Renekton. So here is the Maokai, and that could very well be going top lane for Oatmeal Guardian, unless we see
Oh,
Oatmeal
this is
Guardian.
beautiful from X Academy's draft right now. Silas with a Renata ult, a Sejuani ult, and a Malphite ult. There's the tool belt for success right there in that Silas pick. How is it going to be countered in the mid lane? This could be a Malphite mid as well, which is definitely one to consider.
I'd like to see the Yone. I'd like to see the Yone from Ski, wherever we're going with now. There it is. Okay, now that is a spicy draft.
Oh my, this is going to be very exciting to watch. That being said, we will be having a 3-minute delay after the loadout is prepared, as you can see at the top of your screen.
There's lots to talk about.
But there is so much to talk about here. There's so many opportunities from both sides that it's just going to be an absolute pleasure to see. And it feels like Croydon haven't done their homework as much as I would say X Academy has.
So this NASA support is a surprise for everyone, I think.
Yeah.
It's not in Arcane's match history anywhere, and it is seen as like an LS counter pick, right? Into the Zeri.
Yeah.
However, let's look at what the rest of Exeter have. Oatmeal Guardian, on his most played in the last few weeks. This Maokai has been absolutely spamming it and winning a lot of the games. Should be a pretty free matchup into the Malphite as well. Offer on Kane is something that is very good as well. 9 games played with a 78% win rate in solo queue. Should be a relatively easy matchup into the Sejuani as well. What I do like from Croydon and CRD Prime is that the Yone works well together with Sejuani, right?
Yeah.
I'd like to see them attack this Silas, who's a melee champion, needs to step up to the wave to hit it. Meanwhile, Yone can just go in this little E, fly around, Sedge can come in and hopefully deal some damage. That being said, the Silas into Malphite, Sejuani, Renata is not something to scoff at either.
Absolutely. It's a really good point you raised there. You know, Silas does need to be able to farm safely early, and he needs support to be able to thrive into the late game. It's not a champ that, you know, can just sit there and just AFK farm. They need to push a lead. It's a feast or famine character. That being said, I think it's on the right person on the side of X Academy. You know, this player has proven to be very aggressive, has proven to be, you know, one of the alphas of X Academy, apparently.
Yeah.
And so with that being said, I think it's just up to this Kane to be able to provide that support. Yeah, into Sejuani, this is a really tough 2v2 with Skirmish we're looking into, as we see the draft right here. Not completely correct.
Not in the right order, but that doesn't matter either way. It is what we like to see, right? I love the Nasus paired up with the Draven. That is completely fine. I think the Nasus will be withering the Zeri, and all the Draven has to do is run up and auto-attack. And I can't wait to see how it goes. I love Exeter's draft. I think it's something spicy. And I love both drafts. For game 1 of our grand final in the Student Champs Open Division 1.
Yep.
So, yeah. Draven, Yone, Silas, we've ticked all the boxes.
Yeah, I mean, there's going to be clip after clip we're going to be seeing here today. So make sure you're staying tuned on Twitch, watching, because, I mean, there's just going to be so much to see here. And this is only the first game of a best of 3. Now, remember, if this does go to the 3rd game, we're going to be seeing even more plays than we've ever seen here on the broadcast for League of Legends.
Yeah, definitely. So it's our first best of 3 from the College of Esports, British Esports 2 broadcast. Exciting to see how it goes. Here's the CRD Prime, the draft, which, in all honesty, it's a good draft. It's scaling, it's safe. Their late game is monstrous. So what I'd like to see CRD Prime focus on is making sure this Zeri does not fall behind. Because this Zeri will be a powerhouse in the late game, and even though she'll have to flash a Malphite and dodge out on the Silas, all that stuff will not be easy.
And cleanse the Nasus with her.
Yeah, it won't be easy. I'd like to see the Ghost on Zeri, I think, and then possibly a Mikkel's from the Renata. Yeah. It's not an easy game to play as an ADC, but it is not just any ADC, of course. Yeah. CRD Prime have a very, very competent roster. We're into the loading screen, so we'll be in Summoner's Rift very, very soon. And yeah, let's see how these first 10 minutes go. Yeah, I have been so excited for this for a long time now, Finlow. X Academy versus Croydon Prime. Match 1 will be starting very shortly. And this is do or die. It is. It's all to play for, as you do in the grand finals, right? And bringing out the Drave and bringing out the comfort in the Yone as well from CRD Prime. Here we are. So it is the NASA support. Chose to go for Comment, which we like to see. Draven did not go for Hail Blades, sadly. It is the lethal tempo, which is completely fine as well. Offer looks like he will be going for the Red Cane, which is very good, into 3 melee champs, Yone, Sejuani, Malphite, and grass from both top laners, which means they'll just be chilling and scaling.
Absolutely. And remember, this is very interesting how the Kayn is starting to approach the bottom half of the screen. Going to be starting on red, potentially. Could be a Raptors start. So, you know, that Hail of Blades and Arcane can set up a really good level 1 fight. But it's, you know, if Kayn is going to be starting from bot here, he's going to be pathing up to the top side of the map. And that isn't really where you want to be playing for.
That being said, it seems to be what both junglers are looking for. So, yeah, both Offer and Yuumi and Joy are hovering around the bot side of the map. Yuumi and Joy are starting on the blue. Kayn does usually like to start bot side because it's easier to clear. Yeah, leashes for both sides. Susamus and Sok got the Ghost and the Exhaust. I like Exhaust. That's going to be able to stop the Sylas and the Kayn from diving onto the Zeri. I do not expect too much going on in top lane. Oatmeal Guardian even chose not to take potions. That kind of says enough, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's absolute Chad move there from Oatmeal Guardian, saving the 50 gold. Who needs it, apparently? And here we see the poke come into action. Nasus, you know, if Arcane keeps going for this poke, they're going to lose mana really quickly. So it's up to Hail of Blades and Arcane to look for a fight quite shortly. But here we're seeing an initial 1v1, level 1 from both sides. Reela taking the blunt of the damage right there, but Ski isn't far behind. There we see the level 2. Nothing too big to go for just yet, but Yone is a monster duelist early on in the mid lane. So Reela does have to be very careful here.
Yeah, we see Exeter getting pushed in both side lanes. A lot of trading in the mid lane, which is what we expected. That probably highlighted this matchup. I'd like to see the junglers play around here as well. Yeah, so we see Croydon getting pushed in mid and Exeter in both side lanes, as expected. The Draven, a lot of damage early game, which Zeri cannot match. However, late game, that's going to be a different story.
Absolutely. Ski going for a back, maybe trying to get some wards off. I like how they're staying out of vision. Warding the top side, very smart move there. Nice little placement. And here we see Croydon are starting to set themselves up for success. Reela doesn't have the priority here to be able to rotate for some later fights. So it's up to Offer to be able to step up in the mid lane to be able to get some push here. And Ski is just chilling.
Look at Yuumi Enjoyer.
Yeah, Yuumi and Joy is starting to push up here. Here's the gank in top lane. And it is a very interesting decision. You know, Malphite hasn't got much to follow up here, but it's going to be enough to get the stun off from Sejuani's passive.
But here's Offer.
Here's Offer. He's roaming. He's ghosting. Rexfire is really low. One more auto attack, and that might do it. The flash goes off from Malphite. Yuumi and Joy has to pounce out of the situation. But there's the flash Q! And this could be a double kill already. No, it's just going to be one from Offer, but that offers him a lot of potential to snowball this game.
Yeah, first blood over to Exeter in a very well executed play. Croydon, I'm not sure why we're attacking the top side. Malphite against the Maokai is going to be a very stale matchup and should stay that way. Offer responding really well, being able to get the full clear off. Now also gets the Scuttle as well as first blood. And on top of that, we'll get a lot of red stacks from this, right? Which helps towards that evolution into red Kayn. Being able to double Scuttle Yuumi Enjoyer right here as well means his jungler is going to be very far ahead of Yuumi Enjoyer.
Absolutely. Look at this presence from Offer. Being able to get that double Scuttle, getting the reset, they're going to be at a huge item advantage. We're seeing 8 CS lead, which is at least going to be able to clock you in a decent component here. And that is what Kayn needs. He needs the snowball potential as well as Hail of Blades though. So on this reset, are we going to be seeing Offer forcing himself towards the bottom side of the map?
Yeah, so talking about CS leads, almost double CS in the mid lane already. The Sylas falling behind against the Yone, which, I mean, it's a matchup we saw coming, and it's something that Extra opted into, picking that Sylas into the Malphite Sejuani, which will obviously be very worth it in the team fights. Meanwhile, Yuumi and Joy are looking for a play bot side, however, Offer's on the bot side as well.
Yeah, this is we're starting to see a 2v3 here. Offer going to be following up very soon. Arcane is able to land the proc, but Sejuani is nearly ready to freeze Arcane. Luckily, it resets, but Hail of Blades is taking so much damage. He's not going to be able to continue the fight here, but Offer is. And here we see a nice bit of slow come from Offer, but it's not going to be able to give too many opportunities for the side of X Academy. A nice little reset, but that's going to bring Hail of Blades out of the lane. He's too low. And I like Croydon Prime's push here. They're going to be able to push up, get some priority for the Drake that has spawned.
Yeah, good play from Croydon. It's very, very important to get this area ahead. As you saw in that fight, however, the Nasus W, the Wither, just slowing the Zeri down and making it impossible to play the game. Meanwhile, Ski's going in.
And flashing in as well. We're seeing the follow-up. It wasn't enough. I really like that play. It doesn't guarantee a kill. That being said, it doesn't guarantee a steal from Offer, because that would have been absolutely tragic for the momentum of Croydon.
It's a lot invested, though, by the Yone. Losing out on that flash, losing out on that ult makes him very susceptible to ganks. We see Yone has already had a base off and be able to TP in. Reeler will now do the same. Meanwhile, these grubs up, the Void grubs, which of course once you kill them give you more damage to towers. Halo Blades back in lane, getting that push, and everything's back to normal.
Absolutely. Oatmeal Guardian had a lot of potential there to set up some vision for the grubs. I think grubs, in my opinion, is one of the most OP objectives you could be looking for in the early stages of the game. They just need to get 4. It's just 4 now, and they would be pushing themselves into a snowball situation. But it doesn't. Yeah, there we see Offer is pushing up for the grubs. Sejuani's starting to roam up, but Reeler has reset and he's ready to get some vision down, ready to push up. I don't think Yuumi and Joya realizes the situation right now, as Offer is just scything those grubs away. 1 more to go for this spawn, and that will put them on 3. That's a really good position to be in, despite losing the Drake.
Yeah, but this is what we usually see, right? It's that trade-off Drake for first grubs. While Croydon was doing Drake, Offer has a chance to base, get that full clear in, and finish the grubs. So 3 Void grubs over to Exeter. I don't think it'll have that much impact this game, and it's going to come down to these team fights. Meanwhile, in the top lane, Oatmeal Guardian on this comfort pick, just vibing. It's almost over double CS almost of Rexfer. This Malphite seems to not be doing too hot.
Absolutely not, but that's not the point of Malphite. The point of Malphite is just to be able to press R later on in the games, I believe. And
problem is he's got the worst Malphite ult this game.
Absolutely. Here we see Wonder. Nice ult from Reeler, but is it going to be enough? No. Ski is pushing, and Ski gets the first blood of the mid lane.
Yes, that's where we see Chovy out beating Faker once again. CRD Prime's mid laner in this matchup we highlighted. This is going to be vital for the game. Almost double CS again. These solo lanes from CRD Prime are complete opposites, really. Yone completely winning out on the Sylas matchup, and Malphite losing to this Maokai as he just gets dove 1v1 in the top lane. Oatmeal Guardian is on a spree.
Absolutely, and that is a really nice play for the top lane. It's going to be able to create a lot of tempo for the top side of the map. That being said, it's not on the right person. Oatmeal Guardian, as much of a play that was, it needs to be starting to be put onto champs like Reeler. Here we see Hail of Blades also 0-0-0 right now. We need to start seeing some passives being procced
150 stacks. 151 stacks in the bottom left of your screen, which that will give the Draven a lot of money, right? So I'd like to see Offer and Reeler play around this bot side to get that first stack in. However, Reeler can't get out of this lane. Yone smashing it.
Absolutely. Absolutely. There's so much pressure here from the Yone Sylas matchup. It's not a pretty one for the Sylas. The electrocute is really good if you're able to, you know, get a snowball off, maybe get a gank in. But it's in extended fights that Yone thrives on. It's not good for Reeler right now.
Yeah, so we see 3 people down the bot side. Both junglers are here. We've got 1 minute and 20 seconds on this Drake, so being able to get the push out, get those bases in, take control of the river, very important. However, it's just so hard for Exeter to play around this bot side with the gap that's happening in the mid lane right now, to be honest. It's 92 CS at almost 10 minutes, almost 10 CS per minute for the Yone, which, I mean, that's very impressive. 0-2 for the Malphite, not so hot. Meanwhile, the bot lane doesn't fight.
Yeah, here we see Arcane is going berserk right now, not to their own accord. They're very low. This could be the first kill on the side of Sutamus, and they're able to get it. Sejuani getting a nice W down, but is not going to be able to secure the kill on Halo Blades. And from what I see here, Halo Blades not dying there is really important, but they need to start getting their cash in. There's a lot of stacks on this Draven, and 1 kill onto Halo Blades will really bring down the tempo of X Academy. Offer needs to start unlocking opportunities on the bot lane. that Sejuani, that we predicted Sejuani would be providing for the side of Croydon Prime.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, it's a good fight, right? 30 minutes before this Drake now, and no summons on the extra bot lane, which is very important. This Draven should be the target, cleanse up, but will that be enough to survive this Yone? I'm not too sure. Like you mentioned, this cash-in is going to be vital. Even though Exeter's draft seems better than the Croydon draft, it's not looking taut in the early game.
Absolutely not. That is something to be expected with this Sejuani pressure. 14 CS down is to be expected on the Sejuani just because they created all these opportunities. But Renata doesn't have an opportunity to enrage the Exeter Academy right now, leaving Offer in a really good opportunity.
Yuumi and Jorah is late.
Yeah, Yuumi and Joya is late on the reset. Arcane's going to be providing some support as well. Halo Blades getting ready, snacking up for the fight. Is Oakville Guardian going to be able to TP? No, they are not, because they have no TP up. But here we see the fight go down. 3v3, Exeter Academy in the pit, looking to be wrapped on. Offer is looking to fight the fight. Arcane is slain by Yuumi and Joya. Everyone's flashing out on the side of Croydon because Offer is providing so much pressure, but it's not enough. And Exeter Academy are falling in the Drake pit right now.
Yeah, 2 Drakes over to Croydon in a crazy fight, really. We see the Draven going out down as well, which means this cash-in is going to be so much less money. Meanwhile, the only person just hanging out and winning on the side of Exeter is Oatmeal Guardian, still demolishing this top lane. However, that is now 1.7k gold lead to Croydon. 2 Drakes in the pocket, and this Zeri's thriving.
Really nice ultimate there from Oatmeal Guardian, but it's not going to be enough. They are stunned. They're going to have to find the fight here. Really nice flash, but it's not going to be enough to escape. Not flashing towards the tower there, and Ski is going to be able to pick up their 4th kill of the game. This Yone is snowballing into the late game very quickly, and that is going to be potentially 3 grubs secured from the side of Croydon. Neither team is going to be getting the juicy 4 grub passive that is going to snowball them, but they're all in very good positions right now. Reela going to be able to get the first play of the game. It's not going to be enough to snowball them, especially with the 30 CS deficit, but it's going to be something.
What I would like to highlight from that last Drake fight is that you saw the Nasus' value into the Zeri, right? That W, Zeri's auto attacks, or Zeri's passive, really. So the Q makes it really hard to do anything, because that attack speed is so much slower, as well as the movement speed. It makes it hard for her to play. However, mid lane, 2 levels up. How much gold is that? 2,000 gold lead in the mid lane, as well as a 1,200 gold lead in the ADC position. It's not looking too good for Exeter. However, once we get into these 5v5s, that's where this comp thrives.
Absolutely. And all they need is one good pick here, like we're seeing here from Reela. He's pushing up, used the Yone ult, but it's not going to be enough. The nice sidestep there. Is it going to be enough? Ski is so low. One more auto attack, and there's the shutdown from Reela. Barely making it out of the tower aggro, but that's going to be huge. Reela has so much gold now to be able to snowball out of control.
Yeah, I mean, that's exactly what we like to see in this mid lane. Reela and Ski just fighting it out. It's a mental matchup, really. We see the Yone stepping up back a bit, right? It's almost an ego play. Yeah, come get me. Try and kill me. And then Reela, he doesn't back down. Dives straight under that tower and manages to get the kill. That's a massive shutdown, and this side is back in the game.
Here we see the team is going berserk on the side of X Academy. They really got to watch out for those Renata ults, but nothing is going to go down as of yet. I like how Halo Blades takes more damage from the Nasus than Nasus takes from Halo Blades, but yeah, there you have it. That's a matchup and a half.
Yeah, we even see the Nasus building that Dark Seal in the support position, which, I mean, it's not gotten them any stacks yet. 0 KP out of the 3 kills that Exeter do have. We see Offer taking his Rift Herald. Hopefully we'll see this used to open up that mid lane tower. Meanwhile, TP in the bot lane from Rexter.
Yeah, this is going to be very interesting. The Malphite ult is going to be proc now, as we will bring you to it very shortly. But a nice follow-up from Oatmeal Guardian. The fight is a bit late though, but he's there. The alpha of the team is ready to make an impact. Susamus is so low, going to be able to survive for just a little bit longer with the Renata passive as well. This isn't looking very good, because Croydon have been able to fully survive a 2v5, a 2v3, 3v5 fight right there, and are going to be able to take the bottom tower. Offer is not going to be able to follow. He has Rast, but this is a huge loss in tempo for the side of X Academy.
Yeah, I mean, I love that from CRD Prime there. the aggressive TPs, they know this Malphite is behind, right? So get him involved in the team. Make those proactive plays. This Zeri is so insanely fed and played it really well. I mean, we even saw the Zeri going down, but then the Renata W, the bailout, being able to help her back, keep her alive. And that is disastrous for Exeter Academy. I like Oat Milk Guardian's reaction, keeping bot as well. I mean, it only results in them going down with the cell. Offer trading that Rift Herald. And yeah, like you mentioned, the Yone being able to move first resulted in a 3v5 in the favor of CRD Prime, and it resulted in 3 kills.
Absolutely. I mean, Offer not being on tempo with the Sejuani is really bringing back X Academy right now. That's what we were saying about draft, and we'll say it again. Sejuani unlocks so many potential plays for the side of Croydon, being a spam gank utility jungler, that, you know, this Zeri is ahead of a Draven. It's almost unheard of usually, but because of this comp, it's kind of given the opportunity. Here we see a fight go down in mid lane. We're seeing the airborne go live. Silence is going onto Sok. Sok is going to have to find a kill really quickly, or they're going to fall. There's the first kill to Offer. Ski is going to follow up. Oat Milk Guardian, the Alpha is charging in, getting the CC, and that's going to be another kill for Offer. Reeler's going to find one himself. It's Blaze everywhere, it's chaos. The TP is going live from Reeler. He's wanting to find another fight, but he's got no mana. Where's he going to find here? Halo Blaze is stepping up. The ADC has so much confidence right now, especially into Yumi Enjoyer. But there it is, the flame from Oat Milk Guardian. There's the cash in from Halo Blaze. And Susumus is going to be able to find one themselves, maybe 2. Oat Milk Guardian falls as well. It's back-to-back plays. It's utter chaos for Croydon Prime.
Yeah, what a series of plays from Exeter Academy. I mean, that is perfect for them, right? This is exactly what they need, being able to rack up those kills. Also getting this 3rd Drake in the game right now. However, stepping up a bit too much, results in Systemus getting 2 more kills. This Zeri is absolutely unleashed. As you mentioned, the Draven cash-in, very big. We'll be able to help them back in the game a bit. Offer taking the Drake, and it's mayhem in the mid lane.
Absolutely. I mean, the benefit of that, at least for Hail of Blades, is that he cashes in before he dies, so he doesn't lose anything. But Croydon being able to step back there with that Zeri, I mean, what a pop-off there from Susumus. He's going absolutely, he's frying on the Rift right now. And this is what we expected, right? We expected the bot lane to carry with these Xayah, with these Zeri picks. And, you know, it's starting to come out into fruition.
Yeah, so we should hopefully enter a bit of a dull in the game right now, a lull, as we wait for Baron to spawn in 1 minute and 30 seconds. What do we expect? As I say, that system is dashing over the wall, and Reeler might be dead again.
Ooh, really nice ult steal from Reeler there, but it's not going to be enough. Susumus is too hot right now to be able to cool down. And Yumi Enjoyer is going to be invading the jungle. Really nice approach here from Offer and Oat Milk Guardian. Going to be denying it, but the wave is pushed in. They're 4 to follow here. This is not a good situation for X Academy. Yumi Enjoyer getting the knockup right there. Here we see everyone's getting a bit angry. Offer's not going to be able to find a situation here, surely. Okay, the ult goes off. It's not going to be enough. The Renata passive is going live. It's enough. Offer's still alive here. Susumus is following up. Rexfer, he's there. He doesn't have ult though. Well, he needs to swoop in, but it's not enough. Rexfer gets his first elimination of the match. But in exchange, Caleb Blaze is looking for a play. He gets knocked up by Sky. Oh, what a nice flash ult there from Sky to follow. But it's not going to be enough to kill either of them. They're still in a really good position. The Draven ult hits, but not the second one. And it's just going to be a back-to-back bloodbath everywhere you go on the Rift right now.
Yeah, I mean, I was going to talk about what the next 5 minutes are going to look like, but fighting does not stop in Student Champs Open Division, and I love it. Offer and Oat Milk Guardian trying to punish the Yumi Enjoyer for trying to see the way that Gromp. However, Yumi Enjoyer was not alone. The entire team being able to back them up. The Gromp still alive, however, 2 players going down from Exeter as well as that top tier 1. Reeler going down as well. Meanwhile, in the bot lane, we saw the Nasus and the Draven trying to push out. However, it doesn't really work. Ski is really, really safe, right? Being able to clear out the wave, almost finding 2v1. We've got the next Drake coming up in 2 minutes and 20 seconds, as well as Baron setup all happening now.
Yeah, I mean, the ironic situation right here is that, you know, history is going to start repeating itself. Exeter Academy have been in this situation a couple years back, 2021. They had the Silas ult into Malphite. All they need to do is find a really good play here to take the Malphite ult, get it onto Zeri, get the kill, snowball the fight, and, you know, repeat history. But I don't think they've really realized that yet, as we're 20 minutes into the game and Croydon are double the kills. They're double the gold, it feels like. They're actually 4K in the lead, but here we see them take Baron. This is going to be a huge step for Croydon's success here.
Yeah, an aggressive Baron stun by CRD Prime. I hope they look for a turn here, as a 50-50 would not be good for them. Arcane straight there in the pit. The spike goes down early, however, the Zeri manages to get it, and here's the fight.
Yeah, here we see Rexford is going in. There's a Malphite ult steal from Silas. It's going to bring him down, but there's a 1,000 gold reset from Oak Milk Guardian. The Alpha is back in the fight, and he's going to be falling very soon, I believe. No, he's just barely scraping out. Instead, Arcane's going straight in. Alpha swoops in, sives the enemies. Rexford's going to fall, and all that's left on the side of Croydon is Sock, and he will also be eliminated. There's the Baron completely being wasted from the side of Croydon Prime, and X Academy are starting to get their tempo back. That is going to be a huge turnaround from the Exeter home.
Yeah, the ace for Exeter Academy, and that turns the game on its head. I did not expect Croydon to fight that. As you mentioned, Deseri being caught out, and that's the first death for Susimus, being caught out by that Malphite ult. Obviously the Silas ult dealing way more damage when stealing the Malphite. Offer playing that extremely well as well, just not dying because of this red gain, because of the healing. Yeah, and it just didn't work out for CRD Prime at all. The Baron going over to them after a very early smite from Yumi Enjoyer. But it's just not enough. They get absolutely swept up the map. And Exeter, now, it went from a 3k gold lead into only 200 for CRD Prime.
Absolutely, and you know, this just shows you the absolute beauty of Student Champs Open. Even in the finals, it's a bloodbath, and Reeler's been caught out here. All his abilities have been used. It's a duck hunt right now as he finds the Yone ult. I don't know if that's going to be the play as it gets denied by Ski. Ski is low themselves. Arcane has stepped out a little too far. No one's able to follow. Maybe the Draven ult can secure a snipe from across the map. There it is, but it doesn't find anyone. That's a really bad misposition from X Academy. The Drake is live. This is going to push Croydon onto Soul Point unless Offer is able to steal it.
Yeah, it's really just throw after throw from both teams. Offer will be looking to steal this Drake. I know he will. And here he goes, and that is not stolen. It's secured by Yumi Enjoyer, not being able to get the ult off either. And now I'd like to see Croydon do something. 3 people dead. Push that mid lane, play for these tier 2s, get that lead back in your pocket. Now again, the 2k gold lead back for CRD Prime with arguably a better scaling comp, right? The Zeri, the Yone, 2 tanks, that's always going to be very, very nice. Zeri still got the 500 gold lead, 3 items now compared to Draven's 2.5, and it's looking really good for CRD Prime.
Yeah, you couldn't be more correct here. That being said,
Draven needs some boots as well.
Yeah, this is very good point, actually. Where is Draven getting this movement speed from? Because he can't be using the Chem Drake cones everywhere.
Yeah, obviously the Q gives some form of movement speed as well as the W, but it's just a weird pickup, right? Not having those boots. Yeah, it's just funny to point out. Now, however, CRD Prime are gonna have full control over this map. I'm not sure why Hillblades is in the bot lane. I'd like to see CRD Prime use their Malphite proactively instead of waiting for Exeter to find the pick on Susimus, right? This Zeri now is flash as well, which means it's way easier to survive. Next objective will be the Baron Nashor once again in 2 minutes 40. We almost saw like a T1 style Nashor start from CRD Prime, which I like. However, you should play for the turn and not to finish. Reeler, meanwhile, invading, getting a good ward deep in the Croydon jungle. But not much happening now. Bit of a lull state. Shutdowns on both ADCs. However, I believe the Draven might struggle a bit to kill these tanks.
Absolutely. And here we see potentially a bit of poke coming through on the side of Exeter. Croydon are starting to retaliate, but here the teams are both starting to gather in mid lane. There's no side push other than Hail of Blades here, which is a key part of Exeter's team fighting roster. So this is very interesting. Despite Oak Milk Guardian and Reeler both having TPs up, maybe getting caught out earlier has kind of put a bit too much pressure kind of diminished a bit of confidence here, but Croydon aren't making a play of
here we
themselves
go.
as I say that. A double knock-up from Rexfer. Oat Milk Guardian is the one taking the blunt of the force, which is absolutely fine. Oat Milk Guardian following up. I think Reela has been able to steal the Malphite ult, but they don't follow. Sejuani
He's
pushing
flashing
up.
in.
He is. Offer being able to peel just a little bit, but not enough. That's going to be a nice knock-up from Reela. But Oat Milk Arcane is going to be falling instead. Hail of Blades, he's getting picked out here. The Renata ult is going to be horrible. And they're just able to siege under the tower. Reela's looking for a really desperate play right here. It's not going to be enough. There's going to be a triple kill on the side of Susimus. And Croydon, the game is in the palm of their hands right now. It is just Offer versus the world. What does he have to offer against the powerhouse of Croydon? The draft, what's good on paper, hasn't provided practice. There we see one knock-up from Offer. He's doing the best he can. He's stalling. The team's going to be respawning soon. All he needs to do is stall. He doesn't need to run in there. Oat Milk Guardian, the self-made alpha of the team, stepping up. And there they run. Croydon couldn't handle the alpha.
I mean, that was just this crazy fight, running straight down the mid lane. We saw Rexfer going in on 2, Oat Milk Guardian going down first, but Ski went a bit too deep, and Reeler punishing perfectly with that Malphite ult. However, Susimus still untouched, still has that flash, and this next fight, I imagine the Zeri, look at that, 4 items. Yone will almost have the Guardian Angel as well. Sok might be caught out, but will be able to walk away. I think this Nasus might not be giving the value that X Academy were hoping for. And it's just, this game keeps going back and forth, and that's exactly what we like to see in the grand finals, obviously. This game 1, it's looking very promising already. This is going to be a bang series.
Absolutely. I mean, maybe I'm not doubting the X Academy right now, but with the absolute prowess of Croydon today, this could be a 3-game series.
Yeah, better be. Yeah. So, I mean, this mid lane matchup still looking very spicy. Now Reeler up in CS over Ski, who's been maybe possibly overgrouping a bit. However, vital in those team fights. When this GA comes up, this Yone will be a lot safer. 30 seconds for this Dragon, and X Academy do not seem to be in the position to take it at all. They might just be giving. I'd like to see them trade for this Baron Nashor possibly. Reeler has the TP, however, is being chased down by 3 now.
Yeah, it's a bit too much of an overstep. There goes the ult, the flash is exchanged. And here we see 3 of the 5 of Croydon are starting to gather in the bot lane. They want to fight. So does Offer and Oat Milk Guardian, responding quite quickly. But Baron is to play for as well. Hail of Blades is starting to push up. He's right at the back of the
base,
yeah.
Yeah, I mean, we know how Exeter needs to play these fights, right? The side assault, the Malphite onto that Zeri. However, it's not going to be enough, and this Drake just goes down for free, and Exeter Academy are just standing there watching. It's just like us, we're watching a stream. Exeter's watching the Dragon go down, and it's not good enough. And I'd like to see CRD Prime with these minions in the mid lane. Now go straight to Nashor, pings onto Nashor. This is perfect. CRD Prime, the macro is insane.
Yeah, it seems like Exeter Academy are just following in the footsteps of Croydon
5,000 gold
right
diff
now.
in the bot lane. Wow. That's wow. I mean, Susimus is so fed. This Zeri, 5,000 gold up on the Draven, who's supposed to be winning out on this matchup in the early game, right? However, 28, almost 29 minutes in, this Baron going over to CRD Prime, however, not for free.
Here we see maybe history is repeating itself right now. Oat Milk Guardian finding the backline! The knockup is there! Susimus is so low! The final push is needed, and Oat Milk is going to step in. Is it going to be a kill? It's not! Look how low Susimus is! But everyone else on the side of Croydon is also low. Here we see Nova go in! There's 1,000 gold straight in the hands.
Look at the base! Look at the base! Observers, please, look at the base!
This is looking so bad.
It's over!
Sky has been able to get the back door. Is this game 1? Is anyone able to follow? No, that is Croydon nailing the coffin of match 1 of this best of 3 series grand finals.
Wow, and if that game 1 does not spell excitement for the rest of the series, that was insane. CRD Prime, if that was their strategy all along, props. That was crazy. Calling that Baron, however, the Yone had TP, and he TPs on the super minions in the base and just finishes the game. And Exeter Academy had no response, winning the fight. However, it was a 4v5, so maybe that was expected. Susimus, what a highlight player. Absolutely 1v9 on the Zeri, and I mean, if that's the excitement we're going to get for one game, I can't wait for the next 2.
Absolutely. I mean, the macro that was shown from Croydon Prime was insane, right?
Yeah.
They had so much pressure on the side lanes. They had really good tempo with jungler. I mean, big shout out to Yumi and Joya right there. They were everywhere on the map, right? You know, playing Sejuani really well. They were losing the skirmishes when Kane was there, but Kane wasn't there for half of the fights,
I mean, that
right?
was a high-tempo game, though. There's fights all over the map, and this is exactly what we like to see. That's what we all like to see. That's what Grand Finals are about, right? These teams clashing. It's throw after throw, pick after pick, Baron steal after Baron steal. And even though CRD Prime lost that first Nash fight and gave X Academy a chance back into this game, the second Baron fight, they ended the game. The TP down into the mid lane was perfect. And I'd love to hear the comms from that from CRD Prime. Very, very impressive. And I mean, that was a 30-minute game, and there's hopefully 2 more to come. What a banger.
Absolutely. And I think, you know, what does X Academy take into this next match to be able to find it? I mean, let's have a look at the replays first, because there's a lot to offer here. As we see Offer swoop in and get nearly 2 kills in their first blood, but Ski was just a powerhouse. Being able to get so many fights off, being able to really land that ult there, getting them the first blood of the mid lane. Arcane, you know, he had so much pressure, but it just wasn't enough. I mean,
that's where the game started to go downhill, right? The Zeri 1-0 winning out on that lane matchup. The Nas is just not offering enough to stop the powerhouse that is Sisymus. And together with Sok, they absolutely destroyed this game, right? We saw the Renata W, the bailout, helping out in multiple fights. Sok living here on 1 HP as well. Yeah, and it's when the early game goes hard, it's a difficult comp to play for X Academy. These are the TP's bot, I believe, where we saw the top laners join. However, Dione with the push in mid moving first. And I mean, this is essentially what should not be happening for X Academy, right? Having this comp, they want to be winning out on the early game. And the better scaling from CRD Prime and going almost a 2k gold lead in the early game is just not good enough. Next game, I'd like to see something else than a Nasus. I think it's a good try, right? That's what best threes are for. Try stuff out in the first game. It did not offer enough. Sisymus was a runaway with the game, and impressive performance, as well as I hope we get to see the backdoor TP. That was such an amazing play.
Yeah, I mean, again, the macro of Croydon was just really remarkable. They had such a grasp.
This is the first.
rift.
Look.
Yeah.
So this is where Extra almost came back into the game. This was a bit of a throw from CRD Prime, being able to get the Baron. However, look at Sisymus. Oatmeal Guardian setting it up perfectly, cannot move, and then Reeler following up with that AP Malphite ult from the Silas. The bailout not good enough, 1,000 gold going over to this Maokai, and that's a player I'd like to highlight from Exeter, right? Oatmeal Guardian doing incredibly well in the lane as well as in the rest of the game, being unkillable, setting up these kills onto Sisymus. The Flash W's, undodgeable, right? Flash W queuing into that Malphite ult is just extremely well played, and this is where Exeter Academy should have taken the game away, in my opinion. However, it's not good enough. And, I mean, the Drake fight just didn't go to plan either.
No.
Look at the TP! Yeah. He's just standing there TPing. Wow, that is such a risky play. If X Academy were able to cancel that TP, you can see it on the minimap, bottom right. The TP, if that was cancelled, the Yone would not have been able to end the game, and the fight might have looked very different. And, I mean, this is what we say, right? This game was a complete coin flip, and it could have gone both ways, and that's what we love to see. Yeah, there he is. Ski just in the base, ending the game, the crab emoji, and what a first game.
Yeah, I mean, again, Croydon just had the macro in the grasp of their hands, right? They were really able to identify, you know, where X were just too far out, right? Reeler, really good macro. Oh, no, sorry. Really good mechanics. Really good decision making with the ults on Silas. I think Silas was the right pick here.
Yeah.
But it's just, at the end of the day, the side laning, even with both TPs up from Oatmeal Guardian and Reeler, really not good macro, I have to be honest.
What I think showed this game is how important comfort is, right?
Yeah.
The Yone doing really well in the early game. The Maokai doing really well in the early game. The Zeri, which is the most played champ, right? Doing really well as well. And then the Silas and the Nasus, who they don't have as much history on, as much experience, not doing as well, which hopefully we see the Yone and the Draven and the Zeri possibly come back more.
Yeah.
I'd like to see a ban come out for the Maokai, possibly, because Oatmeal Guardian seems very comfortable in the top lane.
Yeah.
That's game 1 done. 44 kills in our first game in 30 minutes, and hopefully 2 more to come. After this, game 2, Exeter Academy will be choosing the side selection again. We've got a 5-minute break coming up. After that, we'll be right back and ready for game 2. See you in a minute.
And we are back for game 2. Exeter Academy versus Croydon Prime. Croydon Prime getting the first dub of the series in the grand finals of Student Champs Open Division 1 League of Legends.
Yeah, welcome back. And let's keep that energy going because that game 1 was mental.
Yeah.
CRD Prime keeping their undefeated streak going in this playoffs. Now 1-0 up against Exeter Academy. Will we see 2-0? Will we see a 1-1? Is Exeter going to come back? What's your feeling as an old Exeter Academy player in the League of Legends as well, and even winning Student Champs?
Yeah.
Right? What do you think Exeter Academy have to do to win the next game?
I just have to say I feel deja vu in this team. I mean, it's just an Exeter tradition, right, where everyone plays like they're in Blue Lock Academy. Like they're, everyone goes for the carry champs, right? We used to see it in Exalted, Hexed, even Eclipse.exe. Like all of the teams used to have these Pike supports, like Dravens, these Silas mids, these Kane jungles. Like this has always been prevalent within Exeter. I think what needs to happen for Exeter to make this this comeback is for them to realize, Oak Milk Guardian is an alpha on a support top laner.
Yeah, Oakmore Guardian was carrying on the Maokai, yeah.
Not on a carry champ. I think this needs to be brought back a little because there were 3 key players, key carries, when maybe there should just be 2 or 1. I think, the Kane was absolutely insane in the team fights. The Silas had so much potential to be able to pop off there. But again, there was just 2, it was, water spread thin, So I think in the future they need to draft, where are we playing for? Are we playing for mid? Are we playing for bot? And let's jungle path towards it.
Yeah, I mean, I like the extra draft, but the execution just wasn't there, right? CRD Prime drafting a relatively easy scale to win comp, and this Zeri getting ahead in the early game just absolutely took over. The Malphite was a very, very decent pick as well, right? Even though the Silas managed to get the counter pick into it, and he struggled into the Maokai. It is just that safe tank top laner, that front line together with Sejuani. I liked what CRD Prime had going. Exeter, I think, had a decent answer, but clearly did not know how to play it correctly, right? That being said, it was still a very close game, and these teams are very evenly matched.
It was so close. It just shows that, Exeter, they do have a potential to get the reverse sweep here on this series, if not at least 1 game. I definitely think that they have the potential to do it. I think, again, let's reiterate, they need to realize who the key carries are and how many carries you want.
Definitely.
Because there was just so many.
Yeah, I mean, Exeter Academy, once again, picking the blue side. We'll see if that Draven comes back. I'd like to see some Zeri bans, possibly. I mean, the comfort that's coming out from Systemus is crazy, right? Taking over that game, absolutely 1v9ing on a champion that's not regarded to be very strong as well. The Nasus, possibly not the best answer into it. Possibly a ban. No one can counter a ban, right? Ban's the best answer into champions like these. Yeah, Exeter on blue side. So we'll possibly see a repeat of last game with that Draven B1. Yeah, I mean, hopefully it'll be another banger.
Absolutely. I mean, there's so many champs in this champ ocean of each team, right? They have so many playmakers. Like, they have the Yone locked in. They have the Silas on like, Pocket, right? There's so many different things we could see here being cooked from both sides. I just don't think we've seen the full kitchen yet, No,
and yeah, we're about to go into this champ select, which we'll see what changes in bans. I'd like to see some more specified bans, or regardless of what happened with the last game. CRD Prime against Exeter. Welcome to Champ Select. Oakmore Guardian, the Renata ban, very, very good.
Now, I've said this was do or die in game 1, but this literally is do or die for the side of Exeter Academy. They really need to start locking in some good picks here, some good decisions to be made on the Rift for game 2. Otherwise, the grand finals is over. It would be Croydon going 2-0. So, what does Exeter Academy have to change the pace, tip the scales?
Yeah, Exeter Academy banning out the bot lane from CRD Prime in that game 1 is exactly what we like to see. The comfort that was coming out from Sok and Sisyphus. Sisyphus. Sorry, I'm confusing it with one of our teams. So, sorry. Sisyphus was very impressive, and banning that out, very smart. Oakmore Guardian also banning out Draven, so they will not be first picking that. I'm very curious to see what will be coming out from X Academy on that blue side. They've clearly thought about what they're doing in the draft, right? They're banning out these counters. What ADC will they be looking for themselves?
I am not quite sure yet, Finn, though. That being said, the MF ban is really interesting.
Same ban as last game from CRD Prime.
Yeah, I mean, they don't need to change anything, right? They got it right the first time. They made a couple slip-ups. If they're able to play a cleaner game here, it's just going to be an absolute breeze on game 2. And here we see Oatmeal Guardian has 10 seconds left to lock in something that's going to change the scales for the side of X Academy.
Yeah, X
and
Academy
it's
to
Jinx.
Interesting. So Jinx is seen as a very high value pick in Europe mostly. She's very good. So when you get one reset in a fight, you pop off, you go crazy. That's what it's called. The Sejuani answered by CRD Prime.
Let's get excited.
Excited, that's right. Yeah, you're right. It's getting excited. Yeah. And so Jinx gets a lot of attack speed when she gets a kill. And usually carries a team fight after that. Sejuani, a good answer once again. Very good last game as well. Looked like a lot of comfort from Yumi Enjoyer, so probably glad to be back on that again. The second pick from Croydon I'd like to see the Yone again. Looked like a lot of comfort from Kamelski. The Varus answer into the Jinx.
Okay, this is really scary right here. I mean, it's getting exciting for the side of Croydon. You've got the Sejuani for lockdown on Jinx. You've got the Varus ult to root the Jinx. What are they going to be able to provide here that's going to be able to give Jinx enough peel here?
Yeah, so champions like Nautilus are still open. Viego for offer. So we might be going into the trap that you mentioned already, where you get too many carries on the team. However, Viego, very, very competent champion. We see him a lot in pro play as well. Probably seen at MSI. Saw at MSI actually today and got a quadra kill, I think, for... I can't remember who stole the kill. I think Carrier stole the kill.
Oh, it's always Carrier.
It was owners Viego, yeah. Okay. Soraka blind pick into Varus Sejuani. I'm not the biggest fan of. I'd like to see the Nautilus come out from CRD Prime here. Being able to lock down the Soraka, lock down the Jinx is very useful, as well as another tank to stand in front of the Varus. A very, very different draft, very different approach from X Academy.
So what is X Academy going to be able to provide here in the mid lane to be able to support both Viego and Jinx? We've got Soraka for the peel. We've got the Blitzcrank being locked in from Croydon Prime. That is going to be, that's going to be absolute hell for all players so far on the side of X Academy.
Yeah, I love it though. Sok picking up that Blitzcrank into the Soraka, which means bot lane's going to be volatile once again. And CRD Prime just have to focus on getting this Jinx, getting this Soraka behind, and that's all this game is going to be about. Viego and Sejuani, we saw them pathing topside in the last game. We'd like to see them pathing bot side this game. However, if CRD Prime fail to shut down the Jinx and the Soraka late game, they will struggle, right? Jinx outscaling the Varus. Soraka really good as well, being able to keep the entire team alive, especially if she doesn't get locked down. Nico, Maokai, Orianna bans so far. I like seeing CRD Prime ban out Oatmeal Guardian's Maokai. Seemed very comfortable in it, very confident in the top lane. The Skarner ban as well, obviously. A very strong champion at the moment. Ari coming out as well, so 3 mid bans already. Yone still open, however.
It is. They must have something into Yone here that, Croydon just aren't expecting. Here we see 14 seconds left on the clock for Croydon Prime to be able to pick here. I think Yone is absolutely perfect. Cassante being brought out into the blind. So here comes the Mordekaiser straight away. Halo Blades is hovering it, and there we have it. Really interesting pick from the top side, giving Oatmeal Guardian a lot of potential to just play their own game, basically. I also like it, removing Sejuani from the equation, Cassante as well. What has Arcane got to pick here with 10 seconds left on the clock? They have to think of a mid laner that perfectly complements Viego, Jinx, and now Soraka and Mordekaiser.
Yeah, maybe they will just go, wow.
Victor, I like this. I actually really do like this.
Yeah,
even into Yone.
The problem that X Academy's comp has is this Mordecai is going to press ult in a fight, and then there's absolutely no front line left, which means that this Cassante, this Sejuani, can just sprint forward at these squishy carries. What X Academy do have is very safe scaling, right? Yep. That's what we saw CRD Prime run last game. This early game is going to be very, very important, and this Blitzcrank is going to be very impactful. It should be a very good game for Sok. LeBlanc picked into the victor. So yeah, now this early game from CRD Prime is very good. And if they get ahead and manage to scale it properly, maybe no Baron throws this time, guys, then this game should be very, very favorable for CRD Prime. Mordekaiser, I'm not entirely sure what to think. I don't think I'm the biggest fan. I'd like to see something more frontline, which, you know, stops the LeBlanc, stops the Varus from just running forward into these squishy carries.
Definitely, I think it's definitely going to be a back-to-front comp. I think there's so many things from Croydon that are going to disrupt that, with the Blitzcrank hooks, with the LeBlanc engage, Sejuani being able to, and Varus both having isolation. I think this is looking really risky for the side of X Academy. They're going to have to perform out of their minds.
Yeah, so what X need to do is these individual outplays, right? These individual outclassing, being able to dodge the Blitz hook, dodge the Sejuani's, dodge out on these LeBlanc chains, the Varus ults. There's so much that these Jinx and Victor will need to dodge out on. I prefer CRD Prime's draft. I like what they've got here. It's very well-rounded. The mid lane should be favorable for them as well. We saw, obviously, Ski last game already getting all those roams down the bot lane, impacting, making those 3v3s a 4v3 in favor. Definitely, yeah. I mean, top lane should be favorable for X Academy, and we saw Oatmeal Guardian having a spree of a game last game, really, right? Going double CS, getting very strong, and on this Mordekaiser, possibly more of a carry.
Yeah, I'd hope so. If I had to make some, you know, hindsight changes to the side of X Academy, I think they just needed something a bit more frontline. Yeah. Maybe even something like Braum.
Yeah.
Just to be able to lock in that back to front comp. I think the Viego
just note
as
the
well.
Kayn is outdated. That's supposed to be Viego, just so you know.
Yeah, the Viego pick as well. Viego is looking to go into the fight second or even third, just looking for that reset, right? I don't think anyone on the side of X Academy provides the reset.
So you just mentioned the key word for this game, right? X Academy resets, getting those resets in. Jinx and Viego, if they get one reset, the fight will look very good. However, I believe that could be quite hard for the side of X Academy. Croydon, CRD Prime, the Blitz hooks over the wall, anywhere, having the first priority on Drake. The Cassante as well, being able to run in on the enemy team. I'm not really sure who will be Mordekaiser ulted in these games. Will it be the LeBlanc, possibly? Either way, CRD Prime can just sprint at these squishies and hopefully take them down. I'm obviously rooting for CRD Prime. I like this draft. They are going to try and keep this undefeated spree going in the playoffs and hopefully take down the crown and take the crown back to Croydon.
Absolutely. That being said, there is not much time left. There's about a minute or so left on the clock for us to get into the Rift. Are there any final thoughts from you, Finlow, about what we're going to be expecting, other than the resets, other than the plays? Where do you think both junglers are going to be pathing? Yeah,
so I'd like to see both junglers pathing down to bot. Top lane should be winning for X Academy, and Cassante is going to be useful either way, right? That's what the champion does. We all know what Cassante does. We've seen the Showmaker clips. Both junglers need to be pathing down to bot, because whoever wins bot will win the game. If the Varus is useless and the Jinx is fed, it's not a problem, right? If the Jinx can kill the front line before the Varus kills the Jinx, then the game's good for X Academy. However, that might not be so easy. The Srac obviously helping to keep him alive, but it's not going to be the easiest task ever, I'm afraid.
Not at all. I mean, there's going to be a Mikhail's insta-bought by Soroka, I feel like, with, you know, Varus ult, Sejuani ult, every ult in the on the side of Croydon, apart from Blitzcrank. But there's just so much on offer here. There's for Croydon to make plays, and X Academy with no mobility other than Viego having one tiny dash. There really needs to be some fleet footwork from the side of X Academy.
It is still shooting champs though, right? And anything can happen, as we saw in this first game. The Baron throws, the Baron steals, the 4v5s, the TPs back into the base to backdoor the game as we're loading into the Rift right now. X Academy have a big task ahead of them. However, I believe if they come out of this early game, it's a very winnable game.
Yeah. And not long now, we're going to be hopping into Game 2 of the Student Champs Division 1 Open League of Legends Grand Final. Here we are on the Rift. Both teams just getting ready to buy items. Susamus is locked in. Look at him go. He's there before any other team.
He can't wait.
He honestly can't.
So will we see an invade from CRD Prime? Is that's what you expect from Blitzcrank, right? At least threatening that engage. We do not see X Academy preparing for it, just the usual 5-stack. Early wards from Offer, which we like to see. Arcane also dropping that early ward, so they are decently well covered. Sox Blitzcrank, however, let's talk about it. Last game's performance on the Renata, keeping people alive, keeping the team fights alive. The ults were perfectly done as well. We're missing Yumi and Joyer's items.
Yes, we
so,
are.
in 30 seconds, this blue buff will spawn. And let's see if they notice before that. And welcome to Shooting Champs, everybody. This is what we love to see. Both junglers pathing topside. One jungler without an item. What's going to happen? Will they notice? They're not going to notice, Louis. It's 15 seconds
Eyes on
until
Yuumi and
blue
Joya
buff
right
spawns.
now. This could be the game-deciding action as well.
I mean, that's the stress of playing in a grand finals, right? It's grand finals. It's a lot of pressure. And when they start hitting this blue buff and this pet will not be there to help out, they should notice. And I'd love to see them facing.
No, Yuumi!
Where's the item, Yuumi?
Well, they're not going to get level from this either. They're going to be level 1 still, clearing Gromp with just their frozen
Look, they're
stun.
dying as well. There's no healing.
Oh,
no.
Yuumi! That's going to be huge for the side of X Academy right there. That's going to be...
Yuumi, where's the level 2? Yeah, there we go. And now they have noticed. And that means this Sejuani is going to be behind on tempo on the Viego, who... Viego is already a very fast clearer. And there is the item finally.
Yeah.
Viego's going to love this, right? Already clear 2 camps. Meanwhile, Sejuani walking out of base will be going to a top side, which I like. Cut these losses. Be careful of the Viego invade. Meanwhile, in the top lane, Oakmill Guardian.
This is going to be a really nice play from Oakmill Guardian. Getting the level 2, he can pull in now. Finds the pull in, but doesn't commit there.
I mean, this is what we expect, right? The Mordekais are extremely good into the K'Sante, being able to just run him down. Not much the K'Sante can do. Arcane already having to burn the heal, I imagine, after getting hooked. Oakmill Guardian, very, very impressive in the last game. Maybe it's just a carry performance from Oakmill Guardian that we're looking for. It is, though, however, as you said, during our break, that X Academy now kind of a 5 carry champs. And that is not exactly what you're looking for. Meanwhile, CRD Prime have an all-rounded comp and know exactly what they're going to be doing.
But they have lost their tempo so early into the game. Yuumi and Joya being half camps down. This is deja vu right now. Offa had this in the previous game. It doesn't mean Sejuani's out for the count, though. Again, this is a utility jungler. One good play can set the team up for success, and I'm thinking LeBlanc in the mid lane right now. Sky has proven to be an absolute monster of a player in the mid lane. All they need to do is get 1 kill, Snowball finds pressure on the rest of the map, but Reela is keeping it real right now. He's staying under tower, he knows what's up, and Arcane's going to be tanking some damage. I really like the mix of poke and pick potential from the side of CRD Prime. Yeah,
so the LeBlanc getting early game push, as we expect. That's what she's there for. Poke down the Victor. Viego now offer around the mid lane. However, LeBlanc, ganking LeBlanc isn't easy, right? Being able to use the W away. Now the E lands, however, it won't be enough. Yuumi and George should be around to help as well. Yeah, that's what's going to happen, I'm afraid. Victor not offering that much gank setup either.
No, but here we see Yuumi and Joya is here, and they don't know. Reela, you've got to step up right now. Offa is by himself. He's going to get rooted. Yuumi and Joya is still a little bit scared. There's the level up on Offa right now. And that's going to be a lot. But here we see the knock-up. Arcane is taking damage after damage.
Flash.
Has the...
no!
Wait, what is going on? There's the first punch. But that's... Oh, Halo Blades. They need to find the pick here.
Exciting.
There's the reset that we like to see. Susumus doesn't get slowed by Jinx W right there, but it's going to be able to find a lot of damage. And if both teams try to re-engage here... Offa's on the table. Wait, what's going on? Offa's running for their life, and there's not going to be enough. Susumus finds a second kill.
Wow, so I'm not entirely sure how the junglers ended up there, but it's a 3v, it's like a 2v2 and then a 1v1 down in the bot lane. However, Sisymus picks up 2 kills, and originally that looked good for X Academy, right? Trading kills in the bot lane is not bad. The Jinx scaling does not mind getting those early kills and getting excited as well. The W missing, and I mean, it's just another banger game. No flashes anymore on the side of X Academy bot lane. Top lane still winning out with the wave pushing back in, and
oh, there's the pull-in from Oakmill Guardian. Rexford is so low, but there's a lot of potential for him to outplay. So it's a very smart idea from Oakmill to just back off here, get the push, get the reset.
Yeah, basically from Rexford. This is what we like to see, right? You're playing K'Sante. You don't need to win the lane. You're just going to win the game in these team fights. Yeah, Halo Blades is basing right now. We see Susumus coming back with the healing reduction item on the first base, which, I mean, that's what you like to see in Soraka, right? That being said, it will stop their power spikes, their first items, and that means Halo Blades will be reaching those earlier. Sok is not being as proactive as you'd like them to be. Hiding in the bushes, roaming down to mid lane. This Victor is very susceptible to ganks as well. However, that being said, hiding in that very far bush now. Let's see if Arcane or Halo Blade step up.
The wave is here, so Arcane and Halo Blaze just need to stay on the top side, and Sock is just pulling back a little. They realize that they could
Hex
get
flash.
poked out. Here's the Hex Flash.
Here we go!
Arcane's still nearly getting hooked. That was very scary. Here we're going to see a bit of poke from Sisymus. He's got an Executioners, reducing the healing of Soraka's entire kit. Very unfortunate for Arcane there, but it's still good for both teams right now. There hasn't been much going on, but Offer is going to be changing that real soon. Stepping up into the river whilst Yumi and Joy is there. Yumi and Joy is just dashing straight out. There isn't much pressure from Sky than we thought initially, but Offer's going to start it. This is so risky.
Well,
the Mordekaiser's is here too.
Level 6.
Here's the first grub. Going to be very nice. And here we're going to see some passive going off from Yumi and Joya. Reeler's getting caught out, but the root is not going to be enough to secure the kill. That being said, Rexford is here. He has ult. Where's the Mordor going to be launching? It needs to happen soon. There it is. Onto Rexford. Here's the fight going off. That's going to be a definite kill dead. From the side of Rexford. Oatmilk Guardian has a really good situation right now. Huge stat buff for Oatmilk Guardian. Instead, going to be going for the Scuttle right now because there isn't too much more to play for other than Sky just securing potentially a kill. Look at the stun from Viego. Offer, that's going to be huge, and finds it onto Sky. That's going to be bringing back the game for X Academy tenfold. What a nice little wrap play from Offer.
Yeah, really well played by X Academy around those grubs. The Mordekaiser ult coming out and singling out the Cassante as well as getting those stat buffs. I'm not sure why CRD Prime are looking to fight that, and Offer sneaking away in that bush, being able to save Reeler, flashing away from the LeBlanc, sorry. And yeah, perfect for X Academy, being able to grab 2 kills as well as these grubbies is really, really nice. The Viego is very far ahead of the Sejuani, who's bought Merc Tread's first item, so we'll be struggling with her clear a bit as well.
Can they cancel the channel? Can they cancel it? No, they don't realize. I think it would have been really good for Arcane to be, you know, it is into Blitzcrank, but trying to get this vision in the bushes and trying to be a little more proactive. Right now, it's up to X Academy to slow the snowball of the bot lane. And here we're seeing another fight here from Oatmilk Guardian. Going to be, you know, providing a lot of pressure, has the minion advantage, not going to be freezing it. There's a lot to play for still on the top side. Offer is up there. I think a freeze would have been good actually, but here we're seeing just some casual trades actually. This is the Mordekaiser Cassante experience right now, and Rexford is going to be looking for a trade, but that just gives Oatmilk Guardian free passage to give half the health bar. Wait, hang on, a little bit of an insect here from Cassante. Going to be bringing the Mordekaiser to half HP. He's given the crying emoji. He knows what he's done. Reeler flash is getting caught out, but not caught enough.
In the bot lane, meanwhile,
there's fight after fight, pick after pick.
Arcane's dead.
Arcane does fall. Sock is so low. Offer is here, but it's not going to be able to find anything. They want to push up. Sejuani's gone to the top side. It's perfectly fine here if Offer wanted to stay and look for another fight.
Yeah, so it's just a 2v2 kill straight for CRD Prime in the bot lane, even though Offer was around. Will be on his ward as well. If you're an X Academy fan, however, and you're watching, this early game is going extremely well. This Jinx only hasn't died yet. Got that kill in her pocket. Oatmilk Guardian, the carry from the top lane. Right, getting that kill onto Rexford as well as, I mean, generally being really strong. And this grub play was perfect. I'd like to see Offer just keep farming.
That was so close. With the lollipop of Blitzcrank hook, I thought that was going to land.
Look at this Varus build as well.
Yeah, it's crazy. Wait, that's 2 recurve bows on the side of Varus.
So usually that's what you like to do, right? However, not this early into the game. Once you get that first, maybe second item, stacking recurve bows is really good on this champ. Meanwhile, Oatmilk Guardian just slamming that hammer down on Rexford and still keeping that CS lead in the top lane. Yeah, this is what X Academy want to do. Winning lanes all across the board. Even Reeler now probably having that E upgrade, being able to clear out the waves easier against the LeBlanc, having a very good time.
Yeah, and we're not seeing much mid pressure here from X Academy, but what we are seeing is some amazing safe performance, but not safe enough. Halo Blades using the cleanse to be able to get out of the Varus ult.
Where's the hook?
Yumi and Joy is here. Where's the hook? You're right. We're seeing a heal go off. It's not going to be enough. Wait, Offer is here. He's going to be able to... There's a flash. There's a reset. Okay, keyword here. Ding, ding, ding. The reset's here to go off. Blitzcrank dies. We're in a 2v2 situation now. Arcane's up to be able to provide the sustain. We're seeing Viego pop off right now. Another kill for the side of CRD Prime, but we're going to find a reset after reset. Offer is snowballing, and we see a very intense play there from both sides.
I mean, after 11 minutes, that's a 2,000 gold lead for X Academy. We saw CRD, we saw the LeBlanc moving early, but it's just not enough. Viego getting these resets. Like you said, the key word, resets off. Being able to take those champion souls and just playing the champions better than CRD Prime were doing, really. We saw the early pick onto Arcane and Hail Blades, but it's just not enough. The team backing them up. Here's Sok, they're looking for more.
But not, you know, they're just not going to be there in time. I think Reela was stepping out just a little too much. He is really, you know, edging his life away in the bot lane in both games. And what we are seeing here is the minions just saving the day. Not being able to give Sok the hook he wants. And what a Hex Flash, by the way. I really like how Sok is looking for these Hex Flashes. He's so aggressive.
But this is what you need to do, right? CRD Prime, they need to use Blitzcrank in the early game. Force them off the waves, get some kills. I mean, this Varus is extremely fair, and the hook will land.
There we go. There's the hook on Sok, but Hail of Blades is going to step up. It's not going to be enough. There's just too much burst from the side of CRD Prime's bot lane, and those hooks are absolutely crucial to be landed, and that's going to give CRD Prime a really good advantage to be able to take this Drake. There's 3 on it already. Following with Sky, going to be pushing up here. But look at this trade. They're looking for Rexfer. Why are they looking for Rexfer? But they find it onto the Cassante. They're going to get pushed on bot side. That's actually going to be really good. They're going to be taking grubs there, getting all 6. And if they get some really good split push from Oatmilk Guardian, that's going to be really scary.
Yeah, so I don't mind this play from X Academy, right? Obviously, the 2v2 kill in the bot lane is a bit unfortunate, but that, kids, is why you do not blind Soraka. This Cassante will be really struggling in the side lane against the Mordekaiser. You can probably just ignore him. And with these 6 grubs, obviously this means the Voidlings will be spawning as well. So when you hit the tower, you'll have 2 little guys spawning who help hit the tower. Offer also really fed after that bot lane play. And obviously the mistake of not buying items puts Yumi and Jor even further behind now. In first tower, 5 plates over to Oatmilk Guardian.
Okay, we are seeing the alpha of X Academy really start to form right now. I think, you know, the Maokai was cool, but this is just stone cold from the side of Oatmilk Guardian's top lane. And they're just going to be farming grubs. They are now the second jungler of X Academy. Yeah,
and if we can get a look at the gold in a second observers, we can see the difference between this Cassante and the Mordekaiser, which should be like maybe 2,000 gold already. The Varus also very far ahead, but because of that build, we'll not be reaching any spikes anytime soon. Jinx almost has the first item complete, as well as the Victor and the LeBlanc both have the Luden's Tempo? No, Luden's Echo. What's it called nowadays?
Luden's Companion.
Companion, thank you very much. That's what we needed to hear. Yeah, Luden's Companion on both mid laners. However, these Victor will be scaling a lot better than the LeBlanc. And, I mean, X Academy winning out in this early game is exactly what you need to see.
Yeah, this is such a change of fate from the side of X Academy. This poor Arcane has not been seeing the brightest of days. Very similar to the TV show, just depressing. Oh, Offer, no!
Shutdown as well. Oh, Sedge steals it.
Shutdown from Sedge. Wait, that's really bad for the CRD Prime, though. They needed that on the Varus to just push further.
Yes, that's 800 gold going over to the Sejuani, who was already behind. And the Varus still not having that first completed item. Meanwhile, the Jinx already has that Kraken Slayer in the pocket. I mean, Offer's just out of position, right? But Sok's doing exactly what they need to be doing. And getting that hook in, getting these picks is how CRD Prime take the game back.
Yeah, we saw that Oatmilk Guardian. Oh, no, not a second minion. Come on, you got the third. You got the third. There we go. Okay, as we move on to the rest of the Rift, we're going to be seeing LeBlanc backing right now as Reela is going to be able to get some pressure. I believe the next objective they want to be playing for is the Rift Herald, but they're just not looking for it. I think this is a bit of wasted tempo from the side of X Academy, but look at Oatmilk Guardian. He doesn't give a single care in the world right now. He's just
Soraka
happily
ult.
getting Qs after Qs. Halo
Flashes in the bot lane.
Wait, Halo Blade's got a reset.
What's happening in the bot lane?
Kill. Wait, what is happening in the bot lane right
Here we
now?
go.
We're seeing a third. Wait, Ski. They're not going to be able to make it out. There's a quadra for Halo Blades.
Yeah, I mean...
Okay.
I'm not sure what we missed,
happened?
but Halo Blades, quadra kill. 5-1-1, and obviously all of a sudden got a 400 gold shutdown.
We went from farming simulator to hell in the bot lane.
Yeah, now the 4,000 gold lead for X Academy, and I mean, this is what we love to see, right? The TP down from Ultimate Guardian, not doing much, just walking straight back to the top lane. However, quadra kill for the Jinx will definitely be very good for this game. We've got a replay of the bot fight right now. Let's have a look at what happened.
Okay, here we see Offer getting hooked
He
once
gets the reset,
again.
doesn't he? Oh, what a
ding,
shame.
ding, ding. There we have it. The reset going through. Sisymus, you can be amazing, but not amazing enough to be able to stop the Jinx quadra kill from X Academy.
and
another
kill.
solo kill.
We got back straight into the action, and Ultimate Guardian just used the ult to take down Rexfer. And I mean, X Academy, they're running away with this game right now. As you said, in that bot fight, resets all we need. The Viego lives on 1 HP after being hooked, but gets the reset on the Blitzcrank and just completely takes over. And X Academy now have a 5,000 gold lead at 17 minutes, and that's perfect. They're going to be running away with this game.
Well, if Karma isn't speaking right now, I know she's not playing on the Rift, but it's starting to be seen. X Academy have such a good gold lead in comparison to CRD Prime's gold lead last game, but no! Hail of Blades! Wait, what? Oh, no, wait, there's going to be another two separate kills.
Yeah.
How
Wow.
does Sok get a solo kill
And Drake's
onto
coming up.
Reela? I don't know, but that's going to be 2 down for X Academy. This lead is being thrown away, tossed into the bot lane, as Yumi Enjoyer is just going to be smiting this Drake for a third. This is going to be the sole point for CRD Prime.
Yeah, so if we see CRD Prime take down this Drake, that is, like you said, sole point. However, Ultimate Guardian's here, Offers here, two of the strongest members on this team, both a decent amount of gold ahead of the enemy team, and Sky cannot do that much damage against his Mordekaiser.
Absolutely
5
not.
kill on the Drake, Jinx ult down, however, Offers here, they're backing away.
But the TP is going through on Cassante. He's going to be able to hold
They
the
get
fort
it.
for just a little bit longer. They do.
Epic!
Oh, Offa is being left alone in the river, having to fend for himself. Arcane flashes in response. There's a lot of pressure here. Sock's going to follow
Rexford.
up, but here we see the Mordekaiser in action. Reela keeping it real, getting the kill. And here we see Sky is low. They can't follow up surely. Yumi Enjoyer left alone to fight. Sok
He's
is
not
here
dying.
too. He's going for it. Varus, what a flash! He's going to get this kill in the Shadow Realm.
Wow, I mean, that was perfectly played by the Varus, being able to dodge out on the Mordekaiser Q, both flashing as well. However, it looks like CRD Prime are getting out here with that third Drake, with that sole point. Oh no, Sok, your tower's gone. Where are you running, my friend? This Blitzcrank will be going down, wasting a lot of time. Let's see if CRD Prime can set up this Baron vision. Execute possibly not. Offers running down. Sok 07's in chat will be going down, popping the emo, and is not enough. The kill will be going over to X Academy. However, that is not really enough. The sole point is perfect. And I mean, you see the value of the Blitzcrank in these fights, right?
Yeah.
Picking off the Viego, picking off the Victor as well. And that's exactly what we need to be seeing from CRD Prime.
That being said, let's look at this gold lead. There's still a nearly 3k gold lead from X Academy. That is 2k down from what was previous. And, you know, if they're not grasping tight enough, they're going to lose it completely.
Yeah, I mean, this Viego kind of reminds me of Sexy Snaggle, right? It's an impressive performance, 5, 4, and 6, and taking over every fight. And well, just like the jungler we have in our team, it's a 1v9 performance. However, will it be enough? Will the hook not just take over these fights? We need to make sure that Offer is not the one getting hooked, right?
Yeah.
Ultimate Guardian does not die, realistically. If that hook comes in, we'll just stand there and tank all the damage. After that last fight, Sky is back into the game as well. Halo Blaze setting up some vision around the Baron, and this Jinx 2 items already.
Yeah, Arcane is really going for the front line of the team. I think that's just such a chat play, by the way. You know there's no front line other than Oatmeal Guardian. Once he ults, it's just you and the Blitzcrank Fist getting ready to be pulled in You know, if Offer just manages to get the resets as well as Halo Blades, I think Arcane getting picked off here is absolutely fine. But let's see it go down. Everyone's starting to position round. They're in C Bush. X Academy are ready to fight.
CRD have mid push. Oh, here we go. He's hooking over.
There's no hook. Here we see the fight go down.
disaster.
Okay, Offer has the backline. And here we see the Mordekaiser ult go on to Varus once again. He's being kited. Is it going to be enough? It's not going to be. Susumus wins the 1v1 in the Shadow Realm once again. But there's the reset from both sides. Hella Blades is looking to push up, but he's getting zoned out by Cassante. And then we see there's no reset for the Viego. But it might be enough because Relay is here. The apprentice of Faker for X Academy is pushing up. He's looking for the fight. Oh, there's the hook! Sog, you found it! But it's not going to be enough to kill. This is still a really good position for X Academy to push their lead. There's still 3 on the side of X Academy. They're going to be taking base tower here. And what are they going to do with it? Baron is still available. They now have it. 3k lead. There we see it.
Yeah, I mean, these fights just come out of nowhere. We see Sok hex flashing over that wall, almost just dying immediately. And I mean, I'm so impressed by Susumus being able to win out against Oakmill Guardian. And I think that's something X Academy need to learn from, right? Is this Varus the target you need to be ulting? Because all the Mordekaiser does is die.
Yeah.
Being outplayed, being able to... I'm pretty sure just forgot to press W as well. So this Varus shutting down the Mordekaiser in the team fight. However, there is another carry. Reeler absolutely destroying CRD Prime in that fight. And this Victor is unleashed. 2 items, 300 gold shutdown, 168 CS. So far ahead of the LeBlanc right now and scaling better as well. Meanwhile, we see the Rift Herald dropped in mid lane with 55 seconds before the Drake.
Yeah. And, you know, you love to see this because Reeler is finally starting to channel in his ancestry, right? He is the, you know, long-lost relative of Faker, as X Academy have stated in their press release. And, you know, it's starting to show. 4, 1, and 3 with a 300 gold bounty. He is cooking, frying even in the mid lane compared to Sky's, you know, completely turnaround performance from last game.
Yeah, I mean, now there's 23 seconds before this Drake. Yuumi and Joy are slowly moving in, and we need to keep an eye out for these hooks, right? Is Sok going to be able to find one of the key carries? TP coming in from Oakmill Guardian. Rexford should be able to match sometime soon after catching his wave, or will CRD Prime. They're just going to be giving up this Drake, but they're sprinting to the Nasher. We've seen this last game, CRD Prime doing a throw on the Baron Nasher last game, but yeah, this is good. X Academy, perfect. Running down mid lane, being able to push the wave. Answering this Nasher threaten from CRD Prime. They're on a ward, guys. The sweep out the pit. It's not enough. Sok in the bush.
And here we see Arcane just frontlining once again. Oakmill Guardian is now stepping up. Who are CRD Prime going to be looking for? Sok. The hook is ready, but he's not throwing it just yet. Oh, that's not a great hit.
And here's X Academy sprinting in, knowing that hook's on cooldown. Reeler, meanwhile, getting mid-push. I'd like to see X Academy starting this Baron off now, because it's going to be hard for CRD Prime to walk in.
I think they need to fish a little more. You don't want a 50-50, such an important objective like this, especially since CRD Prime is on Soul Point. They're still really ahead in the objective department right now. They're backing off into their own jungle. They're a bit too scared, but they know that X Academy isn't looking for the Baron here. They had to double check.
Resets coming in.
Yeah.
Resets coming in from X Academy. The Soraka as well as the Victor going back to base. Yuumi and Joy clearing out the Raptor camp. So, in the end, X Academy take down the Drake and nothing else happens.
Well, you love to see a bit of Cold War happening on the Rift, you know. Not everything's got to be a fight. Sometimes it's a bit of strategic genius from both teams right there. Knowing, you know, not to go in straight away. That being said, it's just so close for X Academy being able to push their snowball.
Yeah, I mean, it's even now. Wow, I'm impressed. The Varus is ahead in gold off this Jinx. Obviously, 30 CS ahead. That does help. Usually we say 14 CS counts as a kill. 4k gold lead, 3k, just over 3k for X Academy. Sok, Susumus, Yuumi and Jory, everyone has flash up on the side of CRD Prime except for Rexford. They're looking for a pick down bot, however, Reeler, smart enough not to step up, sees them on the vision plant as well. Yeah, meanwhile, 3 minutes for the next Drake. Baron is up, however, teams do not seem to be too interested in the Nasher right now.
Wait, you say that, but we're starting to see some vision being pushed from X Academy. Sok is starting to clock it, and he's pushing up. And
They're
here we're
hitting
seeing
it, they're hitting it.
The fish is here. Are they going to turn, or are they just going to commit for a 50-50?
9K.
Now Sock's here. He's going to look
The
for a
hook.
hook. Who is he going to find? He's going to find the
no.
Mordekaiser. That's not the best target to find. That's their only frontliner.
Yumi's in the ult.
Oh,
Finish
that's...
the Nash.
Wait, there we have it. The Baron Nash is taken. Offa needs to find his first reset.
Reset.
He's going to find it. Okay, ding, ding, ding. Here it is. Halo Blades finding a second. X Academy have got the ball, and they are running with it. In fact, they're even going to be running mid as Sky is going to try and clear the wave. Very smart play, but it's not going to be enough. I like the Viego play there, trying to take the clone.
Yeah, I mean, Sky played that well, right? Being able to hide away with the clone. However, this Baron going over to X Academy, Oatmeal Guardian being hooked over the wall and just ulting the Sejuani, which means she cannot look for this steal. Tower will be going down. Init will be going down. There is 13 seconds left on Rexfer, which means they might even look for the end.
Yes, this is a really good play here. They don't have any side waves to push with, though. I think they need to get 1 or even 2 more inhibs to be able to secure a really, confident win. So the split push is now going to have to come through. That being said, CRD Prime have the LeBlanc, they have the Blitz, they have the Sejuani. I don't know if that's going to be possible.
I mean, I like this from Exeter, right? It's showing some form of they're holding back a bit, which is good because it's a bit of a risk to try for the end there. Everyone's basing now, coming back so much stronger than CRD Prime. 6.5 thousand gold lead. Halo Blades 3 items versus the 3.5 of Sisymus, and this Varus is still a threat. However, Jinx and Viego together, they just one-shot someone, and then the resets happen, and there's nothing CRD Prime can do. This Baron up for a bit longer. Let's see if they manage to do anything. Meanwhile, Sock fishing for a pick.
Yeah, he is. He's literally sitting in the river with his hook, just looking for the fish. Can't find it right now. But that being said, the Hex Flash is up, as always, and there's always a play ready to be made. They may be 5 kills down, but that's not a lot in consideration. This has been a really high kill game. Speaking of kills, Hail of Blades luckily being blocked with the minions. The best shield you can get against the Blitzcrank hook.
Yeah, so 40 seconds left on this Drake. Oatmeal Guardian pushing out top. Rex for nothing he can do. TP's up for both the top laners of these teams. Victor pushing out bot. It's just dominance all around the map from Exeter Academy right now, and no answer for CRD Prime just yet. I would like to see them contest this Drake, because the longer this game goes, the harder it will get for their team comp. Sock sitting in the sea bush, as you like to call it. Here comes out the Soraka!
Arcane falls right at the start. No one was there for it other than Offa. That's going to be so bad. A 4v5 situation. They can make it a 4v4, but that means Cassante is going to be able to get the gold on the tower at top lane. Oak Milk Guardian.
No. Rexford has to TP in for this fight. This 4v5 is exactly what CRD Prime needs to take this soul point. And that's what the Blitzcrank's for. Just about missing. And yeah, it's hard for them to hit this Drake though, right? Because if the Mordekaiser ult just goes on this Sejuani again, Viego can just steal the Drake. TP coming in from Rexford now after taking the tower. Who's in the ult? It is the Sejuani in the ult, and Viego will just secure the Drake.
There we have it. Okay, the soul denial. The reset is being looked for, but Oak Milk Guardian is going to be caught, left to defend for themselves. Does so much damage, by the way. The rocket nearly goes live, but Rexma is going to be able to find 1. Is he going to be able to find 2 with that shutdown? Oh, Offa goes straight into it, but there's the reset. That's huge. And they dodge the Blitzcrank hook with the reset. This is going to be another really intense fight here. There's a double kill from Faker's Apprentice, but Offa's going to go down to Sisymus. Sock is really low,
He's
though.
Dead.
Oh, look at Relay. He's full HP. One more really nice E here. He's going to land it. There's the shutdown. Yuumi and Joya. What have they got? They're not going to be able to get stunned by the bubble, but Arcane's looking to follow up. Sock is there as well. Actually ends up recalling just in the nick of time. And here we see X Academy running it down mid lane as the base is prone to being destroyed. Yuumi and Joya just making a walk of shame back through the mid lane.
Yeah, so the minions hitting on the tower, so that's why Sock had to base to try and clear out these waves. And I mean, that looked good from CRD Prime, right? Being able to kill the Mordekaiser. And props to X Academy for the way they played that fight. The ult on the Sejuani, which means Viego can secure that dragon. However, in the end, CRD Prime just go a bit too deep, and this Victor is a menace. Rexfer, well played, taking out the Jinx, but it's just not enough. And this game keeps going back and forth, but I'm not entirely sure how CRD Prime win this game now.
Well, I don't think it's a very clean game, but it's a very confident game from the side of X Academy. They have all the tools they need for success here. The LeBlanc isn't primed. The Varus is the only key member of the team that's going to be able to provide the DPS that they need to succeed in this game. That being said, Sok has proved to be a monster with the hook.
Yeah, the hooks from Sok have been perfect. And getting the hook on the Soraka obviously gave them a heads up in the fight. However, this Mordekaiser is just so hard to deal with. And really your problems are this Jinx and Victor, both hard carrying these team fights. Yeah, it's just hard for Varus to put out the same damage that this Victor does because of being outranged. Meanwhile, we see 40 seconds left on this Nasher. I imagine if X Academy get this, the game's over.
I couldn't agree more. That being said, CRD Prime, they're not out for the count yet. They're here. They're all ready to go for a fight. Oat Milk Guardian and Rexfer looking to duel in the top lane. That being said, Yuumi Enjoyer is looking to follow up as well. They're going to fall back because they realize they need to get this control. Arcane is setting up vision and looking to destroy it as well. A nice little bit of poke from Sky, going to be able to break the passive shield. But right now, they're scared. They really need to find the hook of the century onto a key carry like Halo Blades, Reeler, and Offer. There's quite a few to hook. With one hand, it's going to be very difficult. That being said,
they're starting Nash. They're hitting.
Are they going to look for the 50-50? Here we see Oat Milk Guardian looking to fight. He's getting CC. There's the ult. Right now, they've ulted Yuumi Enjoyer once again. Sky is so close to dying. Going to be able to hold it. Oat Milk Guardian fending for himself once again. There's the Soraka ult to heal him. Back to full. And here we're seeing a cleanse go down. Reeler is so low. Ends up falling. No, he's not. There's a reset from Jinx. It's a double kill so far. Rexfer is looking to get the shutdown, but Halo Blades is too fed. There's the triple kill. And Offer's going to be walking it down, looking to end the game here. Here we see Sky backing. There's only two on the side of CRD Prime here to be able to save the day. No one on X Academy fell. They are going so strong here.
So the TP ready for Oat Milk as well. TP up for the Xante, TPing in, being able to keep that last Grubby alive, flashing in from Ski, but it's just not enough. And the way CRD Prime, they couldn't get into the pit, just being held back. And once Jinx get that first reset, it's just over. And this tower will go down. Another reset, LeBlanc going in, but it's not enough. X Academy will win game 2 and we'll be going to game 3.
Wait, it's not over just yet. Sok's still here. Maybe able to land a hook under the fountain. He's looking for it, but it's gonna be game 2 for X Academy. They're not out yet. And we are gonna be seeing our third game at the Student Champs Open Division 1 League of Legends Grand Final. It's definitely not a long title at all.
It's perfect. It's what we want it to be. And X absolutely, I mean, dominating that game, really. Even with what we thought was a worse draft, they managed to take it away and they stop CRD Prime's full-on sweep of Division 1 League of Legends and 1-1. Third game coming up. What's going to happen? No one knows, but we know it's a banger series.
Absolutely. And what a game. I mean, there's just so many things to highlight, so many plays. We probably weren't even able to cast it all just because it was an absolute fiesta. But that is the beauty of replays, right? So very shortly, we'll be looking over the games. And what are the key points that you think really led X Academy to success?
It's what we mentioned, right? It's the same as the first game. Whoever wins the early game kind of takes it away. It's kind of what it's looking like right here. And X Academy managing to win out on the Soraka lane somehow. And obviously Oat Milk Guardian absolutely destroying this top lane and being able to get the 5 plates as well. Really just dominated this early game for them, right? And sadly, Sejuani forgetting to buy items obviously brings her tempo down a lot as well. It's the early game from X Academy was perfect. And then scaling into the late game, being able to get these Nashers with the Mordekaiser roll, getting rid of Sejuani completely. Perfect. Let's have a look at these replays, which hopefully highlight how X Academy take away this game.
So here we have it. Yuumi Enjoyer getting the smite off and realizing I've got no items. So backing, that's going to lose a lot of tempo, but Susamus proving like that this bot lane, I feel like I'm watching Keria and Gumayushi just decking it out in the Student Champs Open. As we see Sky was baited by Offer as he was creeping in the bush. Absolute amazing play there. And it was such a brawl in the bot lane. It was anyone's game, right? But the fact that Hail of Blades was able to survive for so many of them and Offer was able to get so many resets, despite Arcane going 0-4 in the early parts of the game, was just spectacular.
Yeah,
and there we see the alpha of X Academy, supposedly, being able to duke it out. But there was some really nice picks here from CRD Prime. I think they definitely weren't out for the count at any point of the game.
I mean, that's the power of the Blitz card, right? Being able to get that one hook, that one deciding team fight. However, this Mordekaiser, once joining into team fights, is just so strong. And taking out the Varus, even though losing in a 1v1 does mean X Academy win out on the team fight. This Hex Flash was not where Sok wanted to be. And Mordekaiser, this is again what we like to see, right? It's just X Academy running straight into the backline of CRD Prime.
But look at this from Susamus as well, being able to kite their way through the Netherrealm and just surviving.
Reset.
And there we have it, the resets from Jinx, being able to find, you know, not one but two, and being able to survive against Rexford in a 1v1 as well. There was just such a fiesta. Like, look how high this kill game was, and it wasn't even very convincing from X Academy.
I mean, that's what we want, right? We want this to be a close best of three, which has been so far 1-1, and one game left to decide who we crown as this Div 1 champion. These Baron Nashers, just really hard for CRD Prime to contest. Mordekai's role taking out the Sejuani, and it's just Susamus can't do enough, just being ran down by the Viego, by the Jinx, and Soraka keeping everyone full HP, and it's convincing, really, from X Academy, and ending up with a 10k gold lead and ending the game 33 minutes in, and I mean, not as much of a fiesta as the first game, but just as entertaining.
Yeah, it was, and I think I'm really proud of X Academy as well, just because they've broken the curse, right? They've realized, you know, that you just play for bot and you win. It's that simple. It is a bot meta, right? And Offer being able to adapt from game 1 into game 2, even though he wasn't playing a hyper utility champ like Yuumi Enjoyer was, there was just so many openings, so many windows even, that let X Academy snowball that bot lane.
Yeah.
Even though it wasn't convincing at the start, it definitely was really important that there was that jungle pressure.
Yeah, Offer's Viego was very, very convincing, and getting those resets won them every single team fight, essentially. For game 3, we'll be having a 5-minute break first. That being said, I can't wait to see what comes after. Like, there's one more game to go, and we all know it's going to be a banger. And I don't know, is there anything you're looking forward to? Anything you're looking out for X Academy?
I think what I'm looking forward to is Reela popping off once again. I'm looking forward to reset after reset. I think Croydon are going to have something in the bag. I think they're going to be really scary, but are X Academy going to be able to reverse sweep? Yeah,
so CRD Prime will be getting side selection this time, so we'll see if they do go for that blue side like X Academy have twice in a row now. It's really all up in the air, right?
Yep.
And this is what we love about League of Legends. This is what we love about shooting champs. Anyone can win, and Yuumi Enjoyer, Yuumi Enjoyer against Reeler, Offer. It's just a banging game, and they've all got a lot going for them, really.
So with that being said, we will see you in 5 minutes for the final match of the split: X Academy versus Croydon Prime Esports. I can't wait. I know you can't, but we'll give you 5 minutes and we'll be right back.
Cue the silver scrapes, right? Going into game 3 of this grand finals. We'll see you in a minute.
We are back for the ultimate, and I literally mean the ultimate game of the split for spring. We are back at Student Champs Open Division 1 League of Legends Grand Finals with X Academy and Croydon Prime.
CRD Prime, yeah. I mean, Silver Stripes in the break. What else gets you hyped up for this game 3 of the Division 1 Grand Finals? 1-1, 2 banging games, and 2 relatively convincing wins from either teams. That being said, both games were very contested, right? And this third one, we've got a banger coming up. Once we find out what side selection CRD Prime has picked, we will tell you immediately, and we'll go from there. And, I mean, I can't wait to see what's going to happen.
I'm honestly so scared for the side of X Academy. You know, they may have just got the first game, but now draft is in the hands of Croydon. Like, what do you do in this situation? You have to adapt on the fly. There's no, you know, second chance here. It is do or die for both teams. And what happens? Yeah. I don't know, Finn, though. I don't know what's going to happen.
But that's what we're here for, right? And I'd like to see CRD Prime adapt in draft a bit as well. Possibly ban out this Mordekaiser, which made these objectives hard to play for CRD Prime. X Academy, clearly finding their groove, right? That Viego worked better than the Kane. The Jinx looked good. It's comfort champs for these people once again. Banning out the Zeri worked really well as well. X Academy, I mean, wow, what a game in that game too.
They proved me wrong, right? Sticking with true and true, the extra personality of just, if there's too many carries, how are you going to pick them all off, right? We saw the Jinx, we saw the Viego, we saw the Victor and the Mordekaiser all there on the Rift. And, you know, if Blitzcrank only has one hook, right?
Yeah.
And in a team fight, there's
Yeah.
just 4 of them.
Yeah.
You know, it's big brain plays from X Academy. And are we going to be seeing that in Game 3? I don't know. But I think what we can predict, right, is that there's going to be a bit of a change-up in the mid lane. They realize that LeBlanc is not going to have as much impact into Victor now. And that Victor was an absolute menace as well.
Yeah, I'm surprised the Yone didn't come out on that R4. However, that being said, we will see teams on the exact same sides again. So the way it works, loser gets to pick side selection, and Exeter chose blue side in Game 2. Croydon, however, pick red side for
we're
Game
running it
3.
back.
So it's back to back to back, and that's what we love to see. It's the teams confident in their ability, right? Both teams winning a game, and this third game, I mean, this is all to play for, right? It's that pride of being the best team in the Student Champs Open Division, and who's going to take it back? Is it Croydon? We'll go back to Exeter instead. It's all up in the air, and hopefully we'll see some spicy picks in draft once again. I love the Yone. I'd like to see more of the Yone. I think ban out the Mordekaiser from the side of CRD Prime. Sejuani, comfort for Yuumi. Works well as well. On the side of Exeter, what are you looking for? What are these picks that will win them the game?
We're looking for a bit more frontline this time. It worked out in Game 2, but it's not consistent. As much as the Soraka healing was vital to the success of those fights, the fact that, you know, there was just the Mordekaiser and Viego to frontline against Sejuani, against Blitzcrank, it was really risky. Thankfully, X Academy have mechanical fleet footwork of Faker, but it just
Reeler is the new Faker, isn't he?
Yeah,
I mean, the way that Victor was played was very impressive, even into the counter pick of the LeBlanc. Reeler just absolutely taking away the game. And I mean, this is what we love to see. This is what Student Champs is about. It's about these spicy picks. It's about 1v9 in games when there's no one there to carry you, right? You need to be the carry, and that is exactly what X Academy are drafting into as well. It's it's gonna be a banger. I already know it.
X Academy being egoists as per usual. I love it. Who doesn't? We are seeing absolute cinema.
Absolute cinema.
The Student Champs Open finale.
Yeah, what's MSI? Why are we watching MSI? This is the League of Legends we're all here to see. Champ Select is only a minute away, and this draft will decide the entire game, I believe. So, in the first two games...
That.
Yeah,
Champ
I said that in
Select
the last
decided
game.
last game, but apparently not, because X Academy were able to bring it back.
I think one thing we can confidently say is in both the first two games, whoever wins the early game just ends up winning the game, right? And it's these individual outplays from the teams which are putting them over the edge. So as they're very tightly matched, it's these individual outplays from these players that just take away these wins, and it's great to see, and it brings some amazing clips, and it's hopefully a series for everyone to look back on with great pride as well as enjoyment.
Couldn't agree more. And not to mention the 2 ADCs on the Rift. Hail of Blades and Sisyphus. Not Sisyphus. He's not
Sisyphus.
He's not pushing up a boulder. He is absolutely frying
Feels like it
in the bot
sometimes
lane.
though, right? That Varus game, pushing up the boulder into the Mordekaiser and the Viego was not easy, as we are into Champ Select for Game 3 of the Division 1 Grand Finals. X Academy banning away the Zeri. Perfect.
Straight away.
Perfect.
Okay. No 1v9s here on the side of Croydon just yet. The Skarner gets banned. I believe if Skarner was in the hands of Oat Milk, it would be over. It would just be over. Like, unlocking Oat Milk on a Skarner is just something I don't know. I could win this.
Yeah, so same bans so far as in Game 2. I like seeing the Zeri Renata bans. I would hope to see a bit more adaptation from CRD Prime after losing that second game in a difficult matter. Misfortune being banned out again. I wonder if we see a Draven ban again from the side of Exeter.
Yeah, it really is a curious thing here. Are we going to be seeing the Draven?
Yes.
Yes, we are.
So will they ban the Jinx? That's the adaptation that CRD... No, the Mordekaiser are good. I like it. Yeah, perfect. I expect a B1 Jinx again from X Academy. Worked in the last game. I'm not sure if they'll be picking the Soraka early again. Mordekaiser's great. Probably Sejuani again from the side of Yuumi.
I agree. Unlocking your support to be able to get a good counter pick is really essential for getting that early game lead, as well as, you know, jungle being there. But that being said, are they going to be doing it? It seemed to work last game. They didn't have a great early phase. But here we have the Orianna.
So that's adaptation from CRD Prime, right? Orianna getting banned out in the second phase in both of the first 2 games. And now Orianna, Sejuani, both power picks in the meta right now. And probably big comfort picks from the side of CRD Prime, which is exactly what you're looking for.
Definitely. Offer. What does he have to offer here in the second pick of X Academy's draft
Run
phase?
back to Viego?
Are we? I don't know. I don't know if it was the be all and end all. The resets were insane. But here we see Vi. Okay, this is spicy.
We haven't seen her before this series, right? Vi, new pick from Offra, and it works perfectly together with the Jinx, really.
Wait, I feel like something is cooking here. Reela and Vi. What could be happening here? Are we going to be seeing a Victor? I don't think the synergy is great.
Ooh.
I think we're going to be seeing a Galio.
Now, the way that combo works is that the Vi likes to ult on whoever the carry is, right? Will that be the Orianna? Will that be Sisymus on the side of Croydon? We do not know. But when the Vi ults onto that carry, the Galio ult on top, and they cannot move and just get completely shut down, hopefully securing that Jinx. Reset. Aatrox now picked from the side of CRD Prime. Wow, I did not expect that.
You know what? I don't think it's a bad pick. You know,
it's comfort. It's comfort.
It is comfort, but not only that, it's a good neutralizer. We saw Oat Milk pop off not 1 game, but 2 games in a row. If they don't have something to neutralize this top lane menace, then, you know, it's going to put lead X to success. Success.
Oh, no, I don't think that works.
Yeah. Anyway.
I'm not too sure. I think what I like about this Aatrox is this is Rexford's comfort, right? 34 games played in solo queue, clearly the most played by far. 12 more than the second champion in his list. Only boasting a 44% win rate, but that doesn't say much. What will we see from the side of Oat Milk Guardian? The Maokai is still open.
It is. But is it what they need? I mean, we're seeing... I
like it.
I think it is. That being said, it's gone.
Yeah, I mean, that's good. What we're missing now from the side of CRD Prime is the ADC and the support. I expect to see Sisymus pick that up here. The Rakan, however, blind picked on R5. That's a very confident lock-in.
Definitely. I think the ADC would have been Singed!
Singed!
Okay! This is going to be something to witness in the top lane right now. I mean...
That's Oat Milk.
That is Oat Milk, through and through. No doubt in my mind. Unless it's Singed support, and then I'm throwing my hands.
No way.
But
no, Oat Milk Guardian Singed top lane. Second most placed in solo queue after that Fiddlesticks. And Singed into Aatrox. There's not much Aatrox can do, right? Just run circles around him. Aatrox all about dodging those Q. So if you dodge the Q against Aatrox, you're completely fine. Karma now locked in next to that Jinx, securing a very strong bot lane. However, Xayah Rakan, the lovers duo, should be able to match up into it.
Perfect draft, perfect plays, perfect action. I'm so ready for this.
I love the both drafts. Like both teams have a very clear identity, right? Vi Galio running in, Singed being able to just sprint on whoever he wants. This Orianna and Xayah are going to have a horrible time. And Jinx Karma using that movement speed to join up on the fight, hit these targets. Aatrox into Singed is not a fun matchup. Sejuani, however, I like from Yuumi and Joyer. And the early Orianna, let's see what Sky can do against this Galio from Reeler.
Yeah, it's really interesting here because they have an okay team fight. Actually, I say that. Croydon have a really good team fight here. But I don't think the Orianna is going to be unlocked as much as people are thinking. As much as there's the Rakan set up for a really good faker shockwave, is it going to be able to be primed? There's Vi, there's Galio, there's the Karma poke, there's the Singed just running it down. I think there's a lot of opportunities for both teams here to get some clips for the ultimate match of this split.
Yeah, so as always, our 3-minute spectator delay before going into the game, and the drafts from both teams are very exciting. I would personally veer towards the draft of Croydon once again. I feel like they have very nice rounded drafts. However, what we like from Exeter is outplay potential, right? And they've done that once again. And this early game should be strong. I'd like to see both junglers play around mid, right? Get that mid push, move that into the bot lane, and help out your teammates there. In the end, early game's all that matters. Here's the draft from X Academy once again for Game 3. What are your thoughts?
Well, first of all, I don't think
Soraka
Soraka
ADC.
is the ADC, although that would be insane. Full crit Soraka on the Rift with a Karma, I don't know how they would die. That being said, I think it's really good. I was initially hesitant about the Karma, but now I think about it, even though they won't be able to cancel Rakan engage, the poke into Xayah in the early stages of the lane is going to be essential.
Yeah, I do think what X Academy are missing a bit is that togetherness almost, right? They kind of have different ideas where Vi Galio are jumping in and the Jinx can obviously follow up with that Super Mega Death Rocket. But if they don't get the reset, it might be difficult to play. I expect the bot lane to go in CRD Prime's favor, and we've seen Sok and Susumus do amazing things, winning every 2v2 lane so far. Meanwhile, this Aatrox into the Singed will not be as much fun, and I expect to see another class performance from Oakmo Guardian.
Yeah, this is going to be funny to say the least. I don't think that Vi pick here, as much as Vi is essential for engaging, I think they're going to be playing for the peel still.
Yeah.
What's going to be the essential thing here is whichever team is able to get onto the objectives first, right?
Definitely.
Whoever's able to get there is set up for success. That being said, I think Exeter have a little bit more leeway with the Vial, with the Galio. They can play a little bit to the front as well.
Yeah, so what we just heard from previous J-Lings analyst, as well as player for London Legion, is that Croydon win the draft once again. Snaggle tuning in, giving us some help. Croydon win the draft, I do agree. However, anything can happen. It's shooting jumps. We saw it last game. And it's what we love. We are 20 seconds away from going into loading screen, and it's going to be a banger game. Maybe, possibly a Singed level 1 invade? I don't know. What's going to happen? It's just exciting times around.
But that being said, we are so close to the end of this broadcast, the end of this tournament. And one team...
And crowning a winner.
Yeah, one team is going to be lifting the crown here today. Virtually. But that being said, it all depends. Who wins this ultimate match on the Rift? Is it going to be X Academy? Is it going to be Croydon Prime? I don't know.
Final predictions?
It's got to be X Academy.
It's going to be CRD Prime.
What
it's going to be CRD Prime.
No,
the
it's X Academy. I don't want to...
We'll see. In about 30 minutes, we will know who wins as we are going onto the Rift for Game 3. The final game of this best of 3. And here we go.
Sky getting some early... Well, Sky, I feel like, has always been pretty keen to get on the Rift, as well as...
Mantra Q misses. Where's this Singed going? Let's keep an eye on the Singed.
Yeah, Singed pushing up the top lane here onto Krugs. Wait,
they found each other.
Wait, I'm not sure they have. It's ships sailing in the night.
No, they haven't.
Oh, no.
All right, so let's talk about the Singed, right? What does Singed like to do? What is Singed known for? Proxying. What does Singed like to do? Level 1, proxy. What will this Aatrox do? Absolutely nothing, because he has no clue the Singed is hiding in that bush. Yeah, perfect. Exactly what the Singed wants to do. What is he? He might even be able to disrupt Yuumi and Jorah in his top side in a minute. This is exciting stuff. Oatmeal Guardian clearly on comfort, even playing the Spellbook, the Dark Seal, and the Spellbook, and the Ward level 1. Wow, Oatmeal Guardian. We're a minute and 20 in, and he's already taking over the game.
This is already very surgical. Yeah, he's been seen.
Look at Aatrox.
But he's not going to be able to meet the wave. It's going to crash under tower. Rexpert even needs to be very proficient here. Lands the first Q.
Oh.
Here we see the second. Are we going to see the third? Ooh, just barely misses. Gets a bit of a tag off. But look how much time is being wasted. Oatmeal Guardian's going to get the first level here.
That's Singed for you. The question mark, the emote coming out. Oatmeal Guardian knows exactly what they're doing. Popping the potions, even getting that second wave now. Phase Rush proc for the Orianna. Meanwhile, Xayah Rakan just hanging out, you know? It's the Lover's Duo. The Cleanse and the Exhaust coming out for that lane. Yeah, I mean, this is the early game.
Rexpert, you're going to miss out on the level 2 here.
Singed.
Oh, this is a surgical play from the Singed right now. Oatmeal Guardian, you are a alpha for sure. As we see Reela, he's going Galio right now. He's in the mid lane. And what is essential for Galio is pushing, is getting pressure on the Rift. This is going to be a very different playstyle to what has previously been experienced by Reela in this finals. Is he going to be able to pull it off? Is he going to be able to move with offer?
Yeah, I mean, let's just put us in the seats of these players right now, right? Game 3. of a best-of-3 final in I mean, this is the end of the tournament, and they've played months. They've played months to come to this point, and it must be so stressful, and mistakes are going to happen, but everyone's here to prove to themselves, to prove to everyone watching that they are the best in this Student Champs Open. 3 minutes in, no kills. And let's see if this early game is going to be different to the first 2 games, where we saw a lot of kills, right? But was it enough? Was it enough to win the game? We're not entirely sure. I love this Irakan lane. I think Sok playing very confidently up as well. Managing to get pushed into Karma is also very nice.
Definitely. That being said, this is a Jinx lane. It's all about resets, resets, and resets. And here we see Oatmilk Guardian is back. Doesn't have the level advantage. Not actually sure what happened there. But yeah, Aatrox is going to be really good at just pressuring Oatmilk. But is Oatmilk...
Here's both the junglers again.
Oh, wait, Oatmilk has the first step here. Offer's not going to be looking for the fight. Is Oatmilk going to be turned on? No, Yuumi Enjoyer is backing off, a little bit scared of the pressure. And once again, Offer is going to be able to double scuttle, even though Yuumi has bought jungle item this time.
Good spot,
Oh,
indeed.
nice taunt here. Q goes live. Really nice poke damage, but here's where Sky is going to be able to trade.
Not going for a flash. I mean, this is what we like to see, right? I mean, even though it is a game 3, I think Yuumi... Oh, meanwhile, they go in again. Really are managing to get these justice punches onto the Orianna every single time. Yuumi Enjoyer pressuring them off the wave. Galio should be able to catch this anyway. Did Vi get the double scuttle? No.
Wait, Offer is here. What's he going to offer? Maybe looking for a flash Q onto the Orianna. Yes, we're seeing it. The taunt goes live. Misses, though. It's not going to be found. A nice mantra.
Flash traded.
Bit of poke. Yeah, flash trade.
Yeah, so flash trade from the Vi and the Orianna. This does mean this Orianna is now very susceptible to ganks, right? Galio being able to flash taunt or flash E onto this Orianna makes her very, very vulnerable to this Vi for the next time that they come. I'd like to see X Academy play around that flash timer, being able to shut down this Orianna. Meanwhile, in the bot lane, waves crashing, waves bouncing, you know, Karma poking out, however, Rakan's sustain is very good as well. In the top lane, we see Oatmilk Guardian, no mana and very low on health. Yeah, going for the execute once again. Peak singed.
It honestly is my favorite kind of gameplay in League of Legends. It's not toxic at all. No, no, no. It is singed. And right now, they are just getting free items. No Dark Seal. I can't wait for the Dark Seal to start to come alive, by the way. But here we see an Arcane stepping up. They don't know Yuumi Enjoyer's behind.
Enjoyer.
Oh no, we're going to be seeing so much CC being landed. Arcane.
Where's the grand entrance?
Both of the flashes go live. And here we see the stun onto Arcane. Once again, getting caught out in the bot lane. Socket's following up. But kind of the knockup was a little bit too late there. And Susamus is not gonna be able to do much to follow up, but does get the kill.
That's all the flashes gone, right? Flashes from both. 4 of these bot laners now procced. Offer is sitting in that pixel bush, maybe looking for a bit more. The bot lane of CRD Prime will back off, and Susamus, we know as one of the carries in this game, now 1-0 up.
Oh wait, what is happening here? We're seeing the Aatrox back, probably gonna have to TP here to respond. And Oatmilk is just having free reign of the wave right now. Really what Aatrox players don't want to allow to happen.
I mean, it looks like Offer, meanwhile, is getting that free Drake, that control ward, having full control of the pit. And that's really good for X Academy, just sneaking away that first Drake.
What's going on here? The ult goes live. That's not going to be good. But, I mean, it does secure a really healthy laning phase for Oatmilk as he proxies. The question mark popping off.
I mean, Oatmilk Guardian proccing the Insanity Potion, that ultimate for Singe, giving him way more resistances.
Oh, what is this?
And Yuumi Enjoyer is here as well. Never chase a Singed. Rule 1 of League of Legends.
Never chase a Singe. As Singe is going into the enemy base right now. Do we see... Oh, a third!
That being said,
elimination.
That is not that good. The wave did not get fully killed by Oatmilk Guardian. I'm not sure if he'll be back in time to catch this. Has the TP up. Both Offer and Yuumi Enjoyer are now heading towards these...
Ooh.
Oh, but yeah.
Realizes just in time.
Rexford's here.
Okay, so we are seeing a 2v3 technically.
Oatmilk Guardian's coming.
Grubs. He is coming, but he doesn't have ult. The first grub has been taken by the side of CRD Prime. Yuumi Enjoyer looking for the second.
Railer's
but
first.
So is everyone else. The Galio ult goes through. No knockups, but he is
flash.
there. Yuumi Enjoyer is going to get taken out, and Offer gets their first kill on the Rift this match. And how many grubs have they been able to take? They've been able to take one already. And here we see Raxpa is looking to zone out, but you can't zone out a Singed. Singed zones out you as the gas goes live. It's getting a bit foggy up here in the lane.
Yeah, so 2 grubs going over to X Academy, 1 to CRD Prime. Sadly, Yumi and Jory stuck in that pit, not managing to get the queue over. Meanwhile, Reeler being able to join that fight with the ultimate is exactly what you want to do on Galio, right? No way for Sky to join up on the fight. In the top lane, Omo Guardians is living his best life. A little bit of BM is what we like to see, right? Being able to flip him around, throwing the emotes, proccing the bases, everything's just exactly the way Oatmeal Guardian wants to be.
I've never seen a better Singed player in my life. Like, he's just so... He's hang on. Raxper, he's not taking it anymore. The bullying has gone, and the flash goes from Oatmeal Guardian.
Meanwhile, in the bot lane,
we're seeing Susamus being able to get another 2v2 kill. Jinx goes down. That's really bad for the side of X Academy. They need this Jinx to scale into the late game. Is their key carry for that late game as well. Susamus being 2-0 up right now with a 200 gold bounty is just going to make it that much worse. As well.
This is what we like to see though from the side of good ultimate.
Really nice.
This is what we like to see from CRD Prime, right? That 2v2 kill in the bot lane, using the Lovers duo to take down Hail of Blades, who had no flash. Not even any ults needed from the side of CRD Prime. They just take full control. And meanwhile, Offer trying to fight Rexfer. I'm not sure that's a fight you win.
That being said, Aatrox has no ult here, and it's just going to be a bit of a disengage. To be honest, that is in the favor of X Academy. Oatmilk is now going to be facing a half HP Aatrox. Maybe not mean that much, considering he'll heal it all back, but still a pro nonetheless.
It's a slower game, right? In these first 2 games, we probably had like 10 kills maybe at this point, but these players know it is the grand finals. Everything's on the line, and it's scary to make plays when everything's on the line. 2-1 up to CRD Prime, both kills on Susamus. On the other side, 1 kill on Offer. The gold lead is minimal. It's not even 1k, right? It's just something both teams can deal with. Meanwhile, Oatmilk is just...
There it goes. There's the demolish. Don't chase the Singe, Rexper. You're looking for it, but the proxy is just gonna have to come through. You gotta get those minions, man. Otherwise, a nice little pounce in. There's the Singed ult going through. Gets the Q3, and Yumi and Joya is here, but Rexper's chasing. He's low HP. Don't be so keen, Rexper. You're gonna get gassed up.
Oatmeal Guardians in their heads right now, blocking his emotes.
And look how much tempo is being wasted by the side of CRD Prime. Yeah,
it's perfect. Oatmeal Guardians are absolutely carrying this game right now. So having so much pressure in the top lane. There's nothing Rexfer or Yumi and Joya can do. Meanwhile, Sok and System are still winning out in the bot side.
Oh, here we see Sky is going to get CC'd by Vi. Really nice ult there to be able to peel for themselves. Sok following up, being able to secure the deal right there. But here we see so much pressure has been gained. And Relay is not done yet. There's so much aggression. The flash in. I'm not sure the damage was there, Relay, but hey, what a move.
Wow, so that's a lot to break down right there, right? Rex for getting the kill onto Oatmeal Guardian together with Yumi and Jory. We just missed that fight. And I thought that was a good pick from the side of X Academy onto this Orianna, but there was no follow-up from the Galio, who sadly did not use their flash to follow up. And a beautiful shockwave from Sky, as well as the Grand Entrance follow-up from Sok, and managing to get out alive, getting both the Galio flash, the Jinx flash, and the Vi ult. And here's another fight.
Here we go. The knock up on Yumi, but that's not the CC you want to get. There's no shockwave right now, but what there is Susamus being able to get a really nice pick early on. Reeler is not going to be enough. He's not the carry anymore. This is not going to be good in the hands of X Academy. Where is the rest of the team? Where is Halo Blades and Arcane for this Drake?
Yeah, CRD Prime are taking over right now. Susamus 4-0 on this Xayah, which, like you mentioned, one of their comfort picks. The quickness into the Grand Entrance from Sok, extremely well played. And Offer and Reeler looking for this Galio, for this Sejuani. That's not someone you're going to kill easily with these Mercury treads already. Fist bumps coming out from the bot lane, and I'm sure they're in good spirits right now. Definitely.
I mean, 1.5k gold lead on the side of Susamus in comparison to Halo Blades. It's not a great situation for X Academy. That being said, there's still a lot to play for here. I mean, one good Vi ult followed with the nice Galio ult is what they want to see in these later fights. But right now, they need to make it to the late game fights because Halo Blades is so behind.
Yeah, I mean, it's like you said, right? That being said, the Xayah, with that ultimate and the peel from Rakan, has a lot of survivability. And once that Vi ult's proc, the Xayah ult can just run away. So I like this pick from CRD Prime. These R4 and 5, the Xayah, Rakan. Meanwhile, Galio has built a Hollow Radiance, which I'm not entirely sure about. It looks like they're building full tank. Where's the damage going to come from?
Well, their damage is going to have to come from the Singed, the Jinx, and the Vi. But here we see the knock-up onto Rexfer. He's going to be looking to be picked off right now. But the ult is live. It's not going to be enough. Rexfer is going on fire right now, looking for Oat Milk Guardian. Oat Milk Guardian is so low. The heal goes off. What an unsealed spellbook right there. And here we see Arcane. They've rotated for the fight. This is looking quite good for X Academy.
Blade dies again.
Hela Blades dives under tower. 1v2 is not a good situation for a Jinx. You're quite right. They're going to have to make up for it by going for grubs here, but I don't think they have the pressure.
This is worst case scenario for X Academy. They sent 4 people top to try and fight these grubs. However, they just do not win out in that 3v5. Meanwhile, we saw Rakan popping the quickness in the bot lane and diving onto Hela Blades, who can do nothing to survive, is now 0-2-0 against the 5-0 of Sisymus, who getting a full tower, getting 5 plates as well. This side is unleashed.
It's definitely getting scary, as Sisymus has proved to be the core key component of CRD Prime.
4,000 gold lead.
Oh, it's looking pretty insane. Here we see Oat Milk Guardian is going to have to find a really good engage here. Something to bring it back for the team. He's 0-4 right now. Hasn't actually died properly yet. But the Warmogs, yeah. Maybe a Leandries to follow would be the AP damage they need to win this game. But something's cooking with X Academy. They know what they want, right? There's definitely something in their heads that even we don't know in the casting desk right now. But Sisymus knows something, Rexfer knows something, and Yuumi and Joya do as well, as they're going for... Oh, they get the stun!
The Glacial
onto
Prison.
Oat Milk Guardian. Is it going to be enough? They're running into the gas right now. This isn't good. It's a bit of cat and mouse. The knock-up is really good there. Is it going to be enough? The slow as well is clinching onto life from Oat Milk Guardian. Wait, the stun goes once again. Sock steals the kill. But does anyone fall on the side of CRD?
Okay.
Wait, a bounty has been claimed?
Okay. So, while CRD Prime were chasing down the Singed under the tower, the minions were hitting the top lane tower, which means X Academy take that tower, tier 1 in the top lane. They used absolutely everything to chase the Singed, and they got the kill in the end. Meanwhile, Sky in the bot lane having to use that ultimate to clear out the wave, to stay safe, to not get dove by the X Academy bot lane. It's a fiesta. That being said, 4k gold lead for CRD Prime. That does not mean anything. In game 1, we saw some inconsistent Baron fights, some inconsistent Baron calls, which brought X Academy back into this game. And who says that won't happen again?
Yeah, you can be more right here. That being said, when everyone is looking on Oat Milk Guardian, where is Offer to offer something on the table right now? There was a perfect opportunity to go for Orianna in the bot lane, but it wasn't being met. That's going to leave CRD Prime to absorb all this pressure from Singed and get away with it.
Yeah, so how are we looking both of these teams to play these team fights, right? On the side of X Academy, this Xayah needs to die. There's no other way to win these fights. And that being said, that might be very difficult. Flash, Cleanse, and the ultimate up for Sisymus. And, I mean, that way you can just dodge the Vial, right? And there's not much that can get to you that way. For CRD Prime, your only goal is to keep the Xayah alive, and that is very doable as well. There's Orianna Shockwave and the ball offering a lot of zoning potential. Meanwhile, in the side lanes...
Look at this. Singed, man.
That being said, Rexfer's doing quite fine for himself, right? Keeping up in CS and managing to hold off the Singed, who really is 0-5 right now with a Warmog. Just not really much he can do, I'm afraid.
That being said, let's look at this duel happening in the top lane. Doesn't quite find anything. I love the mind games from Oat Milk Guardian. You know, if top lane's an island, why not make the other one go insane? And here we're seeing Rexfer just...
What's happening in the bot lane meanwhile? Drake's up and there's 4 people looking to fight.
Is Oat Milk Guardian going to be able to unseal and get a TP here? I'm not quite sure. But what I am sure is that CRD Prime have the initial fight here onto Drake. They have all the vision, all the setup. They are on top of it. Right now they're moving to mid because they've lost minion advantage.
So CRD Prime, this is the way you play properly, right? Get that mid push, move back into the river and start off this Chemtech Drake. We have a Chemtech
Arcane,
map
where are you going?
again.
You need to be here.
Arcane's out. I'd like to see X Academy just give this Drake for now, get the Jinx a chance to scale up, get 2 items, because realistically, Jinx is the only damage carry on your team, and if the Jinx dies and gets even further ahead, this game is going so difficult. Yuumi Enjoyer against Offer, the Smite fight once again. We've seen both sides win out. Will Offer go for the steal?
Yeah, I'm not quite sure
Definitely
right now.
He definitely will.
He's charging up the fist.
Too late.
Yeah, a bit too hesitant to go in there. Sometimes you just need to go for the call.
The Super Mega Death Rocket also going way, way off target.
Yeah.
That being said, it's expected, right? CRD Prime with a massive lead right now, getting the mid push, also looking for this Rift Herald here.
Yeah, they may be looking for Rift, but this is the perfect opportunity for X to push the mid and bot lane right now. Offer realizes it on the wrong side of the map for the objective, so just make the most of it in towers, guys. You've got an opportunity to still come back.
Yeah, X Academy looking for the bot tier 1, right? However, Sky and Rexford both have TP up. I wonder if... Yeah, there we go. The TP in from Rexford. And this macro is perfectly played by CRD Prime, and I'm very, very impressed. Rexford not doing so badly in the lane matchup right now, because this Singed is just doing Singed things. People are looking for the 1v2!
What are we seeing here? We're seeing the Vi go up.
1v3!
Halo Blaze needs to get a reset, but look at this behind TP. This is looking so good for Sky to get a free ult here.
Oh, no.
Oh, the Galio shield was enough, but not too much. And Rexford is so low. They just need to get this kill for a good chance to be able to still play the fight here. And Arcane's able to seal the deal, but Sky is still here. And they're going to look onto Sky here. So isolated. Are they going to be able to find Offer? No, they are not. And that might be Reela's first kill of the game. A really nice shutdown opportunity. 550 gold in the bank.
Yeah, X Academy pick off both of the solo lanes from CRD Prime. Meanwhile, look in the mid lane. Zyrakan getting that mid tier 1. It's a good play from X Academy, right? Managing to get to 2 kills, but is it worth it in the end?
Oh, look at this barrier and berries.
But he's stuck in the base.
He is, but he's so fast. Look at him. He's got the ghost popped. He's out. It is honestly a robbery in broad daylight right now. He's going to go back for the proxy. I just love this top laner.
Yeah, so as Singed gets executed once again, we saw that Shockwave managing to pick off Halo Blades in the end, right? But the entire team of X Academy collapsing on that bot lane, managing to get 2 kills, is very good on the side of X Academy. Losing that mid-tier 1, however, loses some pressure on the map, right? This means CRD Prime can start moving into that jungle. And right now, this game 3 of this best of 3 grand finals is looking to be in CRD Prime's favor.
That being said, Rexford is by himself into a Jinx and Karma. There's a lot of pressure you can provide here, as long as Rexford isn't able to step up a bit too close into them. That being said, we're feeling some pressure here from Reela. Everyone's in the mid lane.
Look, Offer.
And Offer, yeah, he's isolated out. Are they going to be able to find the stun? How are they able to find the stun? And look where they're going.
Wow.
What an amazing play. Sosimus being able to get their 6th kill of the game.
And Nash is up.
Oh, this is
bot
clinical.
TP. There's a bot TP from Exeter. They're giving up this. They're giving up the Nasher to take this bot tier 1 as well as top tier 2. However, that was perfectly played from CRD Prime, right? Managing to lock down Offer, who could not hit the blast cone right there. The Glacial Prison into that grand entrance from the Rakan, as well as a Shockwave from the Orianna, means a Baron over to CRD Prime. 4,000 gold lead, and this Singed is really the only problem right now.
Hey, at least it's not 6,000 anymore, you know?
That's
and here we see Sosimus being able to push up with the Baron minions. There's so much tools that can be used from the side of CRD Prime. Is just have the entire Rocket Belt even to just work with.
Yeah, I mean, Exeter Academy's macro is lacking a bit here, right? Allowing to be picked off like that, and although Reno TPing bot is good to get that first tier 2, losing Baron is not good. And that's exactly what the position CRD Prime want to be in, being able to seize those towers now. The quickness still up, the Xayah ult still up as well. There's not much
this is a very difficult minion clear from the side of Oatmilk Guardian. He's going to be looking for a fight. A really nice root. I don't know how that hit, actually. That was very surgical from the side of Oatmilk Guardian. He's still in the heads. Look at these emotes.
Yeah, I mean, Oatmilk Guardian not giving up just yet, right? It's good to see that the X Academy spirits are still up there, being 6 kills down, as well as this Baron Nasher right now. Drake coming up in 35 seconds.
Bit of an overstep there, but I like how, you know, they're going to be able to clear
Herald
the
in
minions
mid.
because of this. Yeah, the Herald has been popped finally. I'm surprised they didn't use it on the first time when they got it. I like the cleanse. Wait, that's going to unlock the TP.
Where's Sok going? Look at Sok! Look on the minimap! He missed the tower!
Wait.
Oh, the engage on the Zaya!
Oh, look at this Galio go live as well, but Susimus, he's still fed. Wait, the rocket doesn't go through. It's being tanked by Yuumi. Oh, Sok is too late for this fight because the reset's gone live. Offer is going to be able to find one. Halo Blades, the reset is back on. And here we see the taunt go on to Oriana. This is brilliant from X Academy, and that's going to land them their second Drake. It's not over, Finlow.
X Academy is just back in the game, just like that. Oh, what happened to Sok? Sok started driving the Herald, missed the tower, and drifted all the way down to bot lane, which means X Academy had a free engage on the Zaya, the Flash, and the Featherstorm, not enough to survive. The shutdown going over to Offer as well. This is what X Academy needs to do, right? The Vial, the Galio, no way for Zaya to get out of it right now. Getting that second Drake, 2 Drakes either side, and it's really just a mistake from CRD Prime, but X Academy punished perfectly.
Yeah, that was a powerful punish to say the least. Let's get a replay because there was so much. The knockup from Galio was beautiful. Even with the ult flash, it wasn't enough. That Halo Blades Jinx ult would have just done it to be able to seal the deal, but it doesn't matter because Yuumi and Joya was tanking too much. Look at all this damage from Halo Blades. The key player of this fight, once again, DPS-wise. And it was just beautiful to see.
Yeah, I mean, kill secured on Jinx, getting her back into the game a bit better, right? This is what you need. Get the Jinx back into the game. That being said, the gold lead from 4,000 to 1,000 in favor of CRD Prime. A TP top from Oatmeal Guardian, but there's 3 people here to stop that push from the Singed. Will they be able to find him?
I don't know, but it's the Oatmeal show right now. Is he able to guard his life? I'm not so sure because the CC lands. The CC was
so
stacked.
tanky.
He's so tanky with the Warmogs, but is it going to be enough? No, it's not, even with the Jinx ult to follow up. Arcane stepping, trying to get some chip damage. It's not going to be enough.
That's a serious mistake from Oatmeal Guardian being caught out there. TPing in, dying instantly. Both the Glacial Fissure as well as the Shockwave used from the side of CRD Prime, but they get the top tier one. And look on the map, there's nothing X Academy can get except for maybe this Aatrox.
Yeah, it is a bit of an overstep to say the least. That being said, Rexfer is feeling the pressure, is taunted by the Galio. And we're seeing a bit of a push-up.
Using his flash. Jinx using the flash as well. What's happening in his bot lane?
I'm not so sure as we're currently looking at Offer in the mid lane. Now we're looking at Sky. Here we go. Rexfer. Wait, hang on. He's actually surviving this. Halo Blades is really feeling some pressure. A really nice tank from Rexfer there. He needs to be able to tank a little bit more. Otherwise, Halo Blades is going to get taken out here. The taunt goes. They're just going to have to retreat. Rexfer is a one-man army in the bot lane right now. Pushing up. Is able to get the taunt. But here is another one.
Offer's here, yeah.
And Rexfer, wait, hang on.
But Yuumi and Joya is here.
Wait, the collapse is happening from both sides. Arcane is here now. Wait, the flash goes but misses. Rexfer is so low, but Sky is able to follow up now with Sok.
I mean, Rexfer with a monstrous performance on his Aatrox, picking that comfort pick, the most played in Game 3 of this Grand Final. And I don't know how he survived that, managing to get the Jinx flash, managing to stay alive that long, and almost getting the 2v1 of Rexfer is absolutely popping off. The 2 items on the Aatrox.
But look at Oatmeal go. Oatmeal goes where he pleases, and he's not even playing Mundo right now. What's a tower to him? What is anything?
Oh,
as he flashes into Rexfer, what is going on, Guardian? Here we see the berries. These berries are his best friends right now.
He's proxying 2 waves at the same time.
I mean, what is this?
This is exactly what Oatmeal Guardian wants to do, right? He's disrupting everything CRD Prime want to do, and
this
Rexfer's
is
just stuck in the base.
What can Rexfer do? The ult is popped. He's going to be able to regen a lot of health here.
Look, bot lane. There's CRD Prime just running 3 people down bot. They have to base, though, because Oatmeal Guardian is just taking all the waves, and there's nothing they can do. No. He's going to execute, isn't he?
Oh, wait. But everyone's there.
He should die. Okay, he must die.
Surely. They're going to have to pop ult here. Wait, no. The tower's going to be able to do it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, CRD Prime have sent 4 people back to their base to stop the shenanigans from Oatmeal Guardian. And there's nothing they can do now, right? Full push from X Academy in all lanes because Oatmeal taking those waves. Reeler pushing down bot, having the TP up. Baron up in 10 seconds. Second Nash of the game. 2,000 gold lead from the side of CRD Prime. However, 2 items on the Jinx, 2 items on the Galio, almost 3 items on the Singed, and they are not winning this game easily.
No, definitely not. X Academy are looking to put up a huge fight here. That being said, Jinx is by themselves. Halo Blades, where's your support, mate?
Sock's founder.
Sock. Come on, there is nothing to be done here. Halo Blades has been caught out. This is
running in circles. And Baron's up.
Hey, Halo Blades lived for way longer than expected.
Pick. Yeah, CRD Prime find another pick as his Baron comes up, and X Academy is just giving it once again. There's nothing they can do. Running it down bot lane, another TP bot from Reeler. It's deja vu from the first time, right? Reeler looking for this tier 2 as CRD Primer melting the Baron Nashor, but there's nothing they can do. Oatmeal getting the push in mid, Reeler getting the push in bot. Rex are pushing down top, but they're just losing 2 tier 2s for this.
Absolutely. I mean, it's a trade worth making. This Baron could be the game-deciding play. That being said, Arcane, you're stepping up a little too much.
Such a nuisance.
Oatmeal Guardian. Like, you can't stop this man. You may have a couple times, but he's just too fast now. He's too tanky. That being said, Arcane, you're not invincible. You need to run. You need to get that blast cone. As well as Oatmeal Guardian, you can't stay. That being said, he is. And he's walking straight. He's leading them to the Drake. Wait, hang on. Oatmeal Guardian's going in.
Right, look at Systemus, look at Systemus.
Gets 2, and there's the shockwave from Orianna, but it's not going to be enough.
Still
look
alive.
at the feathers. It's going everywhere, and right now it's just a chaotic performance from X Academy. CRD Prime are clutching with their lives, but they all live. Wait, the back door.
The TP's coming in. Is it over?
Rexford, no way. You're able to push it up. No one's going to be alive.
20 seconds on Halo Blades, and I think just like that, CRD Prime are taking the game.
Oh, that was the last-ditch effort from X Academy. There's not going to be anything left. They're not going to respawn in time, surely. The Jinx is 5 seconds away from being able to play, but it's not going to be enough. There's 3. It's a 3v1.
Yeah,
are they going to be able to find the ult?
best of 3.
No, that is it. CRD Prime are your spring split student champs, Division 1 champions.
They win it. CRD Prime take down Exeter in what was a banging best of 3 to win Division 1 of the Student Champs Open Division. Wow. Wow. And I did not expect it to end just like that.
Another backdoor.
Yeah, Rex were just pushing down top. As they were winning the Drake fight, everyone dies and the TPs come in and it's over. It's over.
I love the chaos from the side of Exeter, but sometimes something like that is just a bit too chaotic. Halo Blades getting picked out in the jungle just sealed the deal that game.
Yeah, so massive congratulations to CRD Prime for winning Division 1 of the Open Division in the British Esports Student Champs. Exeter Academy, good try. It wasn't good enough. I respected the amount of confusion that was happening in the last game, right? They had a clear game plan. They were running with it, but it just isn't consistent enough. We saw the damage from the Xayah coming out, and I forget his name every time. It's
Systemus.
Yeah, Systemus with an amazing performance once again, and they take down Exeter to become your champions.
Absolutely. I mean, there's a lot to take away from that game. You know, I think the Singe pick was amazing here. Like the way they were able to just utilize the chaos.
It was disruptive for sure.
But that being said, there were too many deaths there. There were too many times where the macro was just a little bit too lazy and it led to X's downfall. And I think, once again, it's, you know, making the most out of your top laner. When Oatmeal Guardian is causing an absolute macro chaos for the side of CRD Prime, Offer and Reeler really need to start offering a situation here on the map on the bot side, but there wasn't. You know, there was more of the jungle clear, there was more playing for the scaling, and that is what led to X Academy's downfall. And look at these plays. I think the Feather Storms from Systemus was just absolutely beautiful to watch. Really good front to backs from the side of CRD Prime. You can tell they had practiced for this, and here we see Oatmeal Guardian clinching to their life. Already 4 kills down, let's make it 5. And here we see Halo Blades. They just need it in these situations. This is when Offer.
There's no cross map.
Yeah, there is no cross map here. There is just CRD's map.
I mean, what we saw in that last fight, right, is exactly what we mentioned, where the Xayah stays alive, so the fight is lost. And it was a 4v4 as well, with Rex for just pushing out top. This is where Systemus dies. This is what you need from the side of X Academy, but it just wasn't there in time. And CRD Prime with what was a clean game, right? They managed to work the confusion quite well, and they managed to take the win.
Absolutely. That being said, X Academy, a valiant effort. You know, there was so many plays like the previous one that really brought the game into an equilibrium. And I love how these berries are honestly on the side of Singe. It might as well be Singe's like 5th ability at this point.
I mean, Oatmeal Guardian is the crowd's MVP, right? Doing the bases, throwing the BM, running around this entire base of CRD Prime the entire game is very respectable, but it's just not good enough to win the game. And maybe Singe wasn't the pick. Maybe they should have gone for something that wins that lane a bit better. And every time someone getting picked off, this is the last fight, right? We have this dragon fight, and there's a 4v4 right now, and the Xayah just stays alive, managing to get those Feather Storms off. The cleanse is good enough, and there's not enough damage to take her down. Meanwhile, Rex for just pushing down top, and the TP coming in from Sky, and it's all over.
It is. That was the nail in the coffin for X Academy. But there we have it. The Nexus pops. CRD Prime are now your student champs, open Division 1 winners for the spring split.
Yeah, massive congratulations once again, and what a series, and what a streak from CRD Prime as well, right? Going completely lossless in the knockouts, and now, of course, losing one game against SK Academy and having a banging series, which resulted in them winning anyway. This is not our last week of finals. We've got 3 more weeks of Student Champs finals. So tomorrow there is Division 1 of Valorant, and that is our last Division 1 final. And in the next 2 weeks, we will have Division 2 for Rocket League, League of Legends, Valorant, and Overwatch.
League of Legends Div 2.
Once again. So, yeah, the next 2 weeks are all Division 2. This week was all Division 1. Tomorrow we have Valorant. I'm pretty sure we've got Louis joining us. Other Louis.
There's
a different Louis. Multiple. No, Louis OD, actually.
Louis OD.
Yeah, so we'll have some more enjoyable casting tomorrow. And Division 1, obviously the best we can do. Thank you all for watching. Massive congratulations to Croydon, and we'll see you another time.
Bye-bye.
Bye.